Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the live stream watch along of Juventus against AC Milan. Matchup will be starting in half an hour at the Juventus Stadium. It is a very big and important match for Milan as well as for Juventus. Of course, they want to bounce back after tying last weekend's game against Udinese. Milan, on the other hand, have been going on a good streak themselves. Haven't lost in the last 5 games, and so far things are looking very good for them. But we also have to remember that we are facing a very, very strong opponent like Juventus at home. And this season, if I'm not mistaken, they have won 14 out of 14 in the Serie A at the Juventus Stadium, conceding only 7 goals in the process. So it definitely will be a very difficult and very tough battle against them today. But if we do want to get anything out of this match, we're going to have to go there and really fight as hard as we can, because really that's all that there's to it. If we go with a very passive attitude into this game, chances are we will be getting killed, and we cannot afford that. We need to get at least a point out of this match. Like I mentioned yesterday in the match preview, I said that not many teams walk out of the Juventus Stadium unbeaten. So if we can just manage to do that, if we could just get a point out of this game, I think that this point will speak a lot in terms of maybe we're not going to be able to pass our direct competition at the moment, such as Lazio, Atalanta, or Inter. But I think this point will be very vital for our race towards the Europa League. Let's speak about the lineups now, because they are in. Let's start off with AC Milan's lineup. Donnarumma is in net. De Sciglio, Paletta, Zapata, and Romagnoli make up the back four. Pasalic, Jose Sosa, and Bertolacci in the midfield. And we got Deulofeu playing on the right instead of Suso. Bacca starting there in the middle, and Ocampos on the left side. For Juventus, they will be going with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Buffon starting in net, Barzagli, Bonucci, Benassia, and Asamoah in the back four. Khedira and Pjanic as the two defensive mids. We got Dani Alves, Dybala, and Mandzukic as a trio right behind Higuain. So, as you could expect, a very strong lineup for Juventus themselves, even though they are facing Porto next week in the Champions League. It seems like they will have enough days to recuperate energy within these players, and that's why they're still playing in this specific game. Everyone knows that Juventus wasn't going to rest players, especially against Milan. They want to be sure that they bounce back, like I mentioned before, from that draw against Udinese, and they get back in winning ways at the Juventus Stadium. But without further ado, I would like to introduce once again Pietro to the live stream. He's back from the San Siro last weekend. He had an absolute crazy experience there in his first match at the San Siro, watching Milan and Chievo. Pietro, welcome back. How was it last week at the San Siro?
It was great. Thanks, Gio. Thanks for having me back. It was quite an experience. I wish it upon every Milanista out there. Like I was briefly stating with you, I mean, just the experience being live is much different than we're used to on TV. Just the colors and the curva and the crowd and just the atmosphere itself. I mean, just walking into that stadium, you know, it got me emotional. I mean, Just seeing it in person is just completely different. The experience is incredible.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to live that one day. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I could just imagine how good that experience must have been. And Milan did reward you with the 3 points. So at least, you have something good to say about that match. But speaking about this specific match now, Pietro, we saw the lineup, and there are a lot of question marks, especially in the defense. Yesterday, we kind of chatted a bit regarding this defense, and I know you had a few things to say, a few things that you weren't particularly agreeing on. But what do you make out of this defense, seeing De Sciglio, Zapata, Paletta in the middle, and Romagnoli on the left side? Do you agree with this or not?
I don't like this whole Romagnoli on the left idea. I think we saw it against Bologna, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't. I mean, or was it Bologna or Lazio? One of those games. Anyway, he looked lost, like you said in the pregame or in the preview yesterday. I'm not a big fan of him. He doesn't have the attributes to be an effective left back, if you will. Him up and down that flank. I mean, yeah, he's quick, but he's not. I mean, he's not a left back to go make those runs up and down the flank.
Exactly.
Back. He's more of a physical player. He needs to be in the center of the defense. Protecting our back line from the likes of Mandzukic, Higuain, and Dybala. I think we need him more there than anywhere. I understand. We're kind of short on left backs right now with Antonelli not fully fit, Calabria not fully fit. Abate out with an injury. I get it. I mean, I don't know where this came from because I mean, Vangioni, yeah, he isn't the best and he isn't the most solid defensively, but I mean, he's been consistent in his role, and I'm surprised that he's given Vangioni a break.
Well, that's exactly the type of question I was gonna ask you. Vangioni's been playing pretty solid. Yes, he's having some trouble maybe defensively, maybe rushing in too much on those challenges. But yet, he's been playing for at least the past month or so now, consistently. And I don't see the reason as to why, Montella will want to go with a guy like Romagnoli on the left side. Personally, I believe that, I think... I don't know if he wants to fortify that defense, but maybe in terms of playing defensively, because yes, Vangioni does bite, but he does go forward and he does create that good attack, at least helping wise towards the midfield. But Romagnoli, to me, it's like Montella wants to make sure that nothing gets through maybe from that left side, because that's the only explanation that I could give. And by that, I mean that Romagnoli won't have that role of really going forward and moving up with the midfield whenever we are on a counter or whenever we have to set up an attack. Like you mentioned there before, Pietro, I simply don't see Romagnoli in that specific position. And what I mean by that is I don't picture him having those qualities of a left back. I don't picture him having those qualities of him crossing the ball like we would normally have to see with guys like Di Scio or Vangioni, for example. I simply don't see that. But, personally, I would have played Paletta Romagnoli in the middle, and I would have put Vangioni on the left side again. That's my personal take. Do you think that Zapata's a bit of a risk this match? Yes, he's been playing okay in the past 2 games. We saw him having the performance of his life really against Sassuolo. Not too bad last game against Chievo. But now we're speaking about Juventus. It's not a team like Sassuolo and Chievo. Do you think he could get the job done again?
The guy is so inconsistent. Every time he's in the lineup, it always scares me. No matter if we're playing Sassuolo or we're playing Juve, it's to me, he always worries me. And sometimes he shocks me, like he does against Sassuolo, and he plays a great match. You're like, wow, if this guy could only just do this on a regular basis, we can really use him on the bench. He could be a good sub. But the problem with him is inconsistency. You just don't know what you're going to get. He's not a reliable defender, and he's not consistent like Paletta and Romagnoli are. Like I said, I know we're short at left back, but having Zapata in there in a game like this, I think he played in the Coppa Italia and made a mess of himself against Juve a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, Montella sees more than we do every day in training, so I hope that he gets this one right. It's a gamble for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble. Now, moving towards the midfield, Locatelli's not playing in this match. He was suffering from fever in these past few days, so he's not going to be playing in this match. But we are seeing, once again, Jose Sosa playing in the middle. And this time, on the sides, he's going to have Bertolacci and Pasalic. Now, first of all, I wanted to speak about Pasalic because a lot of people, from what I'm reading, at least in the comments, are not too happy with the decision of playing Pasalic in such a crucial match like this one. A guy like Kuchka would have been a better option. That's what many people are saying. Do you agree with this? Personally, I think that Kuchka should have been starting in this match. We said it endless times. He's the train of the team, the guy that goes out there, wins the balls every single time. We need that physical presence in the midfield. And right now, I think we're lacking a bit in terms of this current lineup and that strength in the midfield. So, yeah, personally, I would have went with Kuchka. Not quite sure why he didn't get the nod over Pasalic. Also, after I think he was rested last game. Yeah, he was rested against Chievo. So, I simply don't understand the reason as to why Kuchka didn't start in this match instead of Pasalic. But, Pasalic has shown good things as well when he's played. Not the most consistent as well, but you just never know. Jose Sosa starting in that middle. He's been having a few good games. Assist-wise, we're improving with him. Definitely, he's also been our corner taker. But yeah, nothing to say about Jose Sosa. I think he needs to have, once again, the match of his life today if we want to win anything. And Bertolacci, I guess, he's definitely a component that Montella wants to continue using. And I think he had a pretty decent game against Cavo last weekend. What do you make out of the whole midfield situation, Pietro? Would you personally start Kuchka over Pasalic? And what do you think about the other two men there? Jose Sosa in the middle and Bertolacci starting on the left side.
Let's start with Jose Sosa. I think he obviously deserves the nod regardless if Locatelli was fit or not. In that three-man midfield. So that was a clear choice for me. The Pasalic and Kuchka discussion. I think that Pasalic and Kuchka should have started, if you ask me, and maybe have taken Bertolacci out. I mean, yeah, I think he played all right against Gable, but I mean, if you would have heard some of the things that these people were saying behind me, that were sitting behind me during the game against Gable, I mean, they were calling him tartaruga, and I know you know what that means, but I mean, like little turtle, they're calling him because the guy doesn't move. I mean, he's very slow paced, and for a midfield, especially against a team like Gable, he looked all right. But against a team like Juve, he's got to step up his game if he wants to make an impact. Because I mean, they're gonna be all over him. They're gonna be eating him up in midfield if he runs at that pace that he was running against Gabo. So me personally, I'd rather have seen Kuchka in there with Pasalic and Jose Sosa. But hopefully we can pull this thing together. We need them to all have a big game. This is a big match here.
Well, it's definitely going to be a completely different case than the game against Cable. But like you said, if the fans were already calling him that, then he's definitely going to have to step it up this time around. I don't know. Personally, a lot of people in the comments, and I'm going to start reading some of the comments, guys, because I do appreciate you guys leaving these comments and letting me know exactly your thoughts. Some people are saying our midfield is about to get wrecked. Jando saying, I really don't understand why there's no Kuchka. Gavin saying, I personally think that this formation is completely wrong and we will be paying for it. What else? Pasolo saying Kuchka could become a very good boost in the second half. Abdul saying, very scared of this fixture. It's a strange midfield and don't want to see us lose momentum gained from our previous wins. Well, I think the number one mistake here, Pietro, and you could probably agree with me, is going into this match thinking that we already lost it. Because I think that's exactly what Juventus are waiting for. They're waiting to see the reaction that Milan's going to be having in this game. They're waiting to see how Milan is going to be coming into this game. And let's not forget that we have already beaten Juventus 2 times this season out of 3. And a lot of people were obviously very negative even before those games. And then look how we managed to turn around. My point is that we've kept it very close with Juventus in all these fixtures this season, and I don't see a reason as to why that should be changing in this game. Yes, Juventus is a stronger team. Yes, they are playing at the Juventus Stadium, but let's not forget the last time we played at the Juventus Stadium in the Coppa Italia, we only lost 2-1. So I think I'm still believing that we could get a point out of this. I know a lot of people are going to mention the formation. It's a complete mess, and I could agree with that, but we also have to remember that guys like Suso, which we'll be speaking about very, very soon, is injured and he's not playing. Then we got guys like Locatelli that he's suffering from the fever. Abate is still injured. Antonelli, Calabria, they're not fully fit just yet. So as you can tell, there's lots of players, key players here, and not to forget obviously Bonaventura. But what I'm trying to say here is that there's a lot of key players that are currently out for our team. And I think even though these key players are out, somehow Milan has exactly that type of fire that even Allegri mentioned in his press conference. The fire that reunites them and also makes them fight until the very end. So there's 2 ways to look at this match. Juventus must not make the mistake to think this is an easy game for them, because I don't think it will. And Milan must not walk into this match thinking they're going to be defeated right away. I think that's the key to the match for both of these teams. But, Pietro, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. That's a good point you make there. Yeah, if we go into this match thinking that we've already lost, we're going to lose. we got to go into this match knowing that, hey, we got to admit they are the better team here. They are the stronger side, but you know what? We got to go in with our heads held high. If we can beat them 2 of the 3 encounters that we've had this season, granted, we had other key figures in the team like Locatelli and Bonaventura still in there, but I think we can go. I honestly feel like we can go in and get a win here. I know people are going to call me crazy, I'm sure, but I really feel like we can go here and break this 30-game winning streak that they have. I know this isn't the strongest lineup that we have, but if we stay focused for an entire 90 minutes and play the way we know how to play, and we always bring our best game when we play against these high sides, so hopefully we can bring that performance we had at the San Siro, keep it solid defensively, and you never know. I mean, I don't know what the score is going to be, but I truly feel we can get a win here if we come out strong.
Yeah, and I think so too. We have to come out strong. There's no doubt about it. I mean, if we go into this match with a very weak attitude, we're definitely going to be losing. So, yeah, we do need to come in with a very strong attitude. But let's speak about the last department of the team, the last department of the lineup. And that's, of course, Deulofeu playing on the right side, Bacca in the middle, and Ocampos on the left. Now, a lot of people are saying Suso's not in the lineup. Why is he not in the lineup? And like I said before, the guy is injured. Now, Suso did get injured against Chievo, and he did come off, but it didn't really seem like it was going to be a lengthy injury, and I don't think it will. I think, once again, Suso's having a bit of problems, maybe suffering from that performance. And I did also mention yesterday in the match preview that I was pretty, it was pretty weird that they were actually considering starting Suso if he wasn't doing too well in the recent days after that injury. But finally, the final decision came in today, and we will be seeing Deulofeu start instead of Suso on the right side, with Bacca there in the middle that scored 3 goals in the past 2 games, and Ocampos on the left side. Now, Pietro, you saw it firsthand at the San Siro. You saw Ocampos for quite a long time. What did you make of him? Yes, he won Milan that penalty shot, but other than that, some people were saying that he was maybe a bit selfish in his performance. Did you see something else in him? What do you make out of this guy coming into the very big important game like the one today?
So far I'm not a huge fan of him. I'll admit I'm not. I mean, I can't really judge him. I haven't seen enough of him to judge him, honestly. I think he was giving it his all against Chievo. He tried. He had some chances. Yeah, he won us that penalty. I want to see more from him. It's tough to judge him. You see a guy like Deulofeu come in and immediately make an impact, and maybe this guy just needs a couple games to make an impact because he isn't a starter. I mean, even with Bonaventura out, Deulofeu's got that other side wrapped up and Suso on the other wing. So, I mean, he hasn't really had a chance to shine. So he's going to be given his start today, and hopefully he can make the most of it. We need him, like I said, to have a big game. And I think that, at the San Siro he played okay. I want to see more from him, though. I want to see more deliveries from him, cutting inside and not being so selfish. Yeah, I do feel like he's kind of a selfish player. He kind of takes him on one-on-one more than he needs to.
Yeah, exactly. And, maybe him and Deulofeu will be interchanging positions like we usually saw them doing. But Deulofeu, definitely one of our better players since his arrival. He's been doing very good things, been working very hard for the team. And I think you could agree with this, Pietro, going back to that game against Chievo, up until the very last second there where he almost stole the ball off the last man and went on a breakaway before falling down. This guy was just a workhorse, man. He's just running all over the place, and I think that's exactly what we're going to need from him tonight if we want to create anything from those wings. But let's speak about Bacca now, the main topic of discussion here. Once again, he did get the 2 goals last game. He missed a penalty shot, however, and he missed a lot of chances. And yesterday I mentioned in the match preview that, Bacca got a lot of chances against Chievo, but he's not going to be getting the same amount of chances against Juventus today. And this is exactly where he needs to be clinical. He needs to be clinical in finishing these little chances that he has. That's what really distinguish strikers, I guess, in my opinion. Because some of them need just a few chances to score. Others need 7, 8 chances, like we saw with Bacca. My point is, does Bacca score in this match or not? Do you see him scoring in this match? Do you see him maybe a bit revived, I guess you could say, from the beginning of 2017 where he had a very shaky start, and now he's got 3 goals in the past 2 games? What do you think of that?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think if he plays in a way he knows how to play, he will get a goal. I mean, it all depends. We all know this. Well, it's very clear to every Milanista out there that's watched Milan this season that you know what? If he comes and gets the service that he needs, he will score. He needs to get himself involved in the game, but we need to find him. Ocampos and Delofeo need to do a good job of finding Bacca. I see a different Bacca. His demeanor, the way he's walked, the way he left the pitch when he was substituted last week, and when he celebrated, when I saw him celebrating, step off the bench when Lapadula scored that penalty.
Yeah.
He definitely. I think I see a different side of him. It's amazing what a couple goals could do from open play, especially. It hasn't been the best start of 2017 for him, but I feel like he needs to bury these chances that he got. I think we talked about this last time, that if he doesn't finish these chances that he gets, we're never going to score a goal here. We need him to finish the chances, like you said in the pre-match or the pregame there. That if he doesn't come out and bury the chances that he gets, he's not going to get all these chances like he got against Gable. He missed way too many, and he knows that. Hopefully, he could be more clinical like he was last year when in front of net. I mean, he was deadly. You give him a half a chance, and the guy buries the ball. So. I'm hoping for some good stuff from him. Hopefully we can get him on the board. Let's get him on the board early. I just hope we can get the first goal in this match.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to need the first goal. I think if we get the first goal, it's going to set the tone to this game. I don't want to be falling behind here at the Juventus Stadium. Obviously, that's a high probability. But, yeah, I mean, if we want to get anything out of this match, that first goal is going to be so important. But let's see how we play it. Let's see how we could actually start into this game. I think the start is going to be very important. We need to set the tone to this match. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to get into some of your comments before I ask for your prediction, Pietro. But guys, let me know in the comment section your predictions. Let me know what the final score will be. What do you guys see in this match? You think Milan will be getting a chance or not to win? Let me know all of that in the comment section below. And by the way, there is a change in the lineup for Juventus. Someone just notified me, and I have changed it in the lineup that's currently scrolling down. And that is that Piazza is starting instead of Mandzukic. So that's the change I wanted to speak about here. Aniket says, if Milan win and Bacca scores, it's going to easily propel Milan above the Europa League zone. Yes, that is a big point there to make. I think it's gonna be a very important 3 points if we do get them. That's for sure. But let's not forget that there's still important games this weekend. There's Atalanta, Lazio, and Inter all have their games respectively. So that's important that we have to, win our own and just hope that they drop points. However, Inter is playing Atalanta this weekend on Sunday. So someone's going to be dropping points there. We're definitely going to be passing one of these two teams if we win this match. And then Lazio, they're playing Torino. So that's going to be another tough match for them, in my opinion. So, yeah. Right now, for the Europa League, there's lots of games, especially this weekend, where the whole situation regarding the standings could change. So let's just hope that we could get a point here, or at least 1 point, 3 points, whatever it is. Let's just hope we don't get out of here undefeated. Pietro, before I let you go, I would like to know your prediction on this match. What do you think the final score will be, and maybe some goal scorers?
Okay, call me crazy. 2-1 Milan. Goal scorers Bacca and Delofeo. I think we can go out and win this game. I'm gonna go for the gamble here. This is big, but I think we can do it. I really do. I feel like it'll be I think we can win this game. I really do.
I hope so, but you're not the only one that's saying a Milan win. You're not the only one. Personally, I think that it's gonna be a 1-1 draw. I know I don't want to be too pessimistic here, but I totally believe that Juventus is a very tough team to beat at their own field. But I'm going to be realistic, and a lot of people are going to be seeing Juventus win, but I think we can still manage to get something here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. The goal, I'm going to say Delofeo. I'm going to say Delofeo for the goal. Let's see what you guys are saying. Patrick is saying 2-1 for Milan. Bertolacci and Delofeo to score. Send in your predictions, guys. Anikat's also saying 2-1 for Milan with Bacca, Bertolacci for Milan, and Bonucci for Juventus.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying Bertolacci. That's what really surprises me at the moment. Nabil saying, is Suso playing? No, he is not. He's out on injury. Someone's actually saying 6-1 for Milan. If Barca does it, why not?
Oh no.
Some guys are just real comedians, I guess, in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of guys are currently optimistic in the chat, so that seems like a good thing. Let's just hope we can go out there and get the 3 points. On that note, Pietro, thank you so much for joining me on this pre-match talk. I'll be hearing your thoughts at halftime, I guess. So enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully you don't break too many things there in that first half. But
Let's hope not.
yeah, let's hope that we can
Hey,
yeah, go for it.
by the way, I wanted to tell you something. I'm on beIN Sports right now watching TV, and it's the game's about to start, and they just showed your Montreal club.
Yes,
Montreal.
Yes, and you're probably going to be seeing Mia as well in the video there. I'm not quite sure, but I know that we did send them a video, and we're going to be showing it on beIN Sports. So if you guys are watching the game on beIN Sports at the moment, you might be seeing me on TV. That's pretty much it. But yeah, thank you for that, Pietro.
Of course. You guys enjoyed the half. We'll talk at halftime.
All right, thank you. Take care. All right, now it's time to get on the line with Mr. Adamo Ritako. Let's hope he's on. Let's hope this guy is ready for this match. I'm going to give him a call at the moment. Who's coming on as a sub, Aniket says? Maybe I could see Kuchka coming on. I could see a lot of guys coming on, to be honest. Hopefully we'll be seeing, you know, some positive subs and not some subs that are going to be made in the last 2 seconds. Let's just hope that's not the case. But I'm pretty, you know, confident. I think we could still get the points. We could still get some points tonight. I know Juventus are heavy favorites. I know they are the ones that are expected to win. But I still believe that, you know, Milan could get something out of this. Mr. Ritako is still not available, so we're going to be waiting for that. In the meantime, we're about a few minutes away, actually, from kickoff. So I'm just going to be getting this set up as we speak. Keep sending in your predictions, guys. Let me know who you think is going to score. Also, don't forget, as I'm going to be mentioning it right now on the scroll bar below, don't forget that you could donate to the channel by clicking on the super chat button. And that's pretty much going to show your appreciation towards our content. So if you guys appreciate what you see and you would like to donate to the channel, make sure you hit on that super chat icon near the live comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As usual, we try to reach objectives, and today's objective is to reach 12,300 subscribers. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and you enjoy the content here, make sure to do that as well. And don't forget to hit like on the video, as that will help out the channel a lot. And we are trying to reach 100 likes for that. Those are it for the announcements. As we await for Adamo Ritako, I will be commentating the match myself, and I'll be telling you exactly what's going to be going on here. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to set the audio here. You guys should be hearing it very, very soon. As usual, let me know if the audio is too loud. I will be lowering it. I know last time it was blasting for you guys, apparently, but it should be fixed now. So let me know if you guys hear it okay. Dario, thank you for joining us on the live stream. Always appreciate your support. Pixflix says, we can win this game if we don't concede a shit ton of goals in the first half. If we can keep Juventus out for the first half, then follow it up with a fast and furious second half, we can win this game. Christy says, we will win 1-0, you're ready, you're first. Aniket says, I hope Milan makes headlines tomorrow. I will keep Sino Europe. It will help Sino Europe get sponsorships easily. Liban says, what's up, Dario? Yeah, he is in the live chat, so hit him up if you want. The players are currently shaking hands. And Buffon is going to be doing the coin toss right now with Milan's captain, which is once again Di Sciglio. Buffon with the usual slap behind the head. You know, I really think that, call me crazy, but I think we could get something out of this match. Yes, we don't have the best available lineup at the moment. We don't have guys like Suso. We don't have Bonaventura, but I still believe we could get something here. Christy says, we are the only team that has defeated Juventus 2 times this season. Liban Yusuf is giving his prediction, 2-1 for Milan, 2 goals from Bacca, Higuain at the 92nd. Is Romagnoli starting on the left? Yes, he is. He is starting on the left. Let's hope that he's going to have a good performance. We're just waiting for the kickoff whistle here from the referee, Massa. And we are underway at the Juventus Stadium. Wish you guys the best here on the live stream. Let's hope we could get the 3 points. Let's hope we could get something at least. Deulofeu right away with a nice attempt. Wins Milan a throw in the opening seconds of this game. That's exactly the type of pressure we want to see from Deulofeu, and he's done it again in that moment. The timer should be up so you guys could keep up with exactly the second I'm at on the stream. Pasalic there tried something. It's going to be a corner for Milan. Early corner, early attacks here for Milan. And once again, it's Jose Sosa taking this already. Jose Sosa in the early goings. From the corner flag at the first minute. He takes it. It's deflected there by Juve's defense. And Milan still keep the possession. Milan playing some good possessions, enjoying a good spell of the ball here in the opening 2 minutes. And we have to make sure that we don't send too many men forward and we don't lose the ball too easily there to encourage some Juventus counterattacks. There's Juventus now with the attack. Dani Alves playing quite in a pretty advanced position, if you ask me today. But that's obviously a decision there made by Allegri. Good interception by Pasalic. And there's a foul already on Bertolacci. I'm going to be trying to get Adamo Ritako on. I think he's set to come on. So I'm just going to be lowering the volume from the stream, waiting for his answer. Alright, still nothing, so we will be waiting. There he is, there he is. The man of the hour. The man of the hour, Mr. Ritako, how are you doing? I'm doing great. It's time for this match. The match has already started. Just gonna fix the settings here for a second, guys. Bear with me. All right. Yeah, Damo, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. So, how's the Nono doing?
Oh, fantastic. This guy's just watching his freaking... I don't even know what show this is, but, you know, sometimes you gotta adjust.
Mm-hmm. So, opening minutes, we already saw Milan the attack a few times. Pretty positive there, I guess we could say. But Milan has to do a very good job defensively. Already Juventus there with a shot. Great save, Donnarumma. Wow, what a save that was from Donnarumma.
Not too shabby, boys.
That was really a hard one to get to, in my opinion. Let's see this again.
Luckily.
Yeah, nice cross there from Dani Alves. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Dybala getting the shot. I'm pretty sure it was reminiscing from the Supercoppa game.
Yeah.
From that beautiful penalty shot saved there.
I will take it. I will take it any day of the week.
That's some good defending there from Milan, at least to get it out of the danger zone. Oh, that's a bad giveaway there from Juve, but Milan cannot make anything out of it.
Sounds typical.
And yeah, sounds very typical. And I don't know about you, but it seems like Deulofeu was playing a bit more central than Bacca there for a second.
Yeah, maybe that is a game plan by Montella, trying to, make the strikers sort of interchange and confuse Juve's backline. That could be a game plan.
Well, the reason, the way I see it is that, Deulofeu could definitely be using that sprint speed, especially in the middle. We saw it last game there against Chievo. Man, the man was running like he just robbed a convenience store or something.
Yeah.
But, once again, look at that save from Gigio. What a save that was. He really had to get there down quick, and really was a big save for him. But like I said, Deulofeu in the middle, if he does interchange position there with Bacca, I think especially on the counter, that could be very, very useful for Milan. Deulofeu is very fast. I think he's faster than Bacca, and I think the counterattacks would be more deadly altogether.
Yeah, definitely. Also, he's a massive player for the speed that he has. I think he's just over 6 foot. So to be that big and that fast, it's definitely going to cause Juve's backline a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Now Bonucci seems to have a problem there. Not sure if he got plastered or he just got hit in the face. Not too sure there.
Maybe he doesn't want to come up against Deulofeu. You never know.
Yeah, never know.
He's trying to avoid him at all costs.
So just a few seconds here before we resume play.
Classic Gatorade bottles. Of course.
The game has resumed. Milan with the ball, with the possession.
Look at that beautiful head on Paletta.
Oh,
wow, shining.
Shining like a diamond. Let's say that again.
Yeah. Maybe he should ask Romagnoli to loan some of his hair over, maybe tape it to his head.
Well, a lot of people were making comparisons between Romagnoli and Paletta to Stam and Maldini back in the days.
Hey, man.
You never know.
You never know. It could be destiny. It could be destiny. Ooh. The god himself, Asamoah, going down.
Milan there with the counter. Bacca. He loses the ball once again. That's exactly what we were saying about Bacca, though.
Yeah.
He's going to have to keep the ball more tight to him.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen it over and over again. And like I was mentioning in the pre-match, Adamo, I'm not sure if you were tuned in, but the guy was missing way too many chances against Chievo. Yes, he did get 2 goals, but he's not going to be getting that many chances against Juventus. The few chances that he gets, he's going to have to score them.
Yeah, definitely. It's much like we've seen last season with Cavani at PSG. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the story's different this year because he's on fire, but he used to get so many chances and he just couldn't put them away. And, you think somebody, you get the praise for, getting those opportunities, but if you can't score, at the end of the day, having a shot on goal doesn't really matter too much.
There's a big chance there from Juventus. Dybala completely complaining there with the referee. The referee says nothing given. Let's see this again there. A nice deke there. I don't think there was really anything in there. Let's see this again. Zapata. No, I think it was a pure dive there from Dybala.
Yeah, it looks like a flop.
Yeah.
Very late reaction as well.
That's really, there's nothing in that. I mean, yes, Zapata did touch him with his foot, but it was his trailing foot, and I don't think he wanted anything malicious in there.
Yeah.
I mean, good attempt there from Dybala, but at the Juventus Stadium, you would be expecting a call like that to be made, but
whoa!
I'm being a savage. I'm being a savage tonight. That's it.
Yeah.
Call me Mr. Savage.
Call you Mr. Savage, I will. For the rest of the stream, I shall call you Mr. Savage.
What do you think about De Gio being captain in this game? I mean, we've seen De Gio being captain in recent games, but do you see him as a captain? I don't know. Like, would he be your number one alternative to Abate as a captain?
I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I like the idea of it. I feel like it gives him more confidence, and he feels like with this responsibility that he, has to get involved. Like, as we saw over there, he was talking to Dybala, trying to calm him down. So he's more involved in that manner. But when you think of De Gio as a player, most people think of him as one without a personality. So I don't know if he's really captain material.
There was another beautiful attempt there from Dybala. It was going out, but Donnarumma wanted no chances with that, and he actually touched the ball. And will be a corner there for Juventus. Donnarumma seems pretty nervous today. Well, not nervous, but he's really telling them off. And, I think it's important to, have that sort of attitude, especially in these big games. Like, you got to make sure everyone's aware of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Juventus is such a dominating team that, you always have to be on top of your game. Did Ozzy Sosa just kick someone in the balls there? I'm not sure if it was Dani Alves.
I don't know.
I think he just, nailed him in the balls.
Yeah.
And there's another guy down. I'm not sure if that's Benassia. Could it be?
Yeah.
I think it was.
That beautiful receding hairline,
Paletta there coming in at the right time to throw him off. That could have been a free header there for Benassia.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with that. Our marking is not always the best. And the Juventus, they're a team that attack in numbers, and oftentimes, you will find yourself on the back end with less players, and that's when you gotta be smart enough to, just make sure you're placed at the right time and the right place. And there was a bad foul there on Deulofeu, and that's just a poor giveaway from.
Wow.
Quadrado's already.
I don't know what that was.
Not sure why Quadrado was getting up, but isn't he suspended?
Quadrado. No, I got this.
Yeah, but you know what? He was sitting down with the bench and And I think someone just told him to get up. You can't sit with the rest of the players.
You're not cool enough yet, man. You haven't been here long enough.
10 minutes have passed by, still 0-0. Few chances from Juventus. Little counterattacks from Milan. Still nothing really going on from Milan. No clear chance just yet, as you would expect.
Seems like this will probably be the way the game pans out, with Juventus dominating the ball, getting lots of chances as we've already seen. And Milan will probably be looking for the counter throughout the whole game, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, my main worry is that, we give out the ball way too many times. And that could cause lots of problems, especially knowing that Juventus is such a strong counter-attacking team. That to me could be very problematic going forward.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think if the style of your play is being counter-attacked, that you'd be really clinical with your chances. But as we've already seen, the players are just giving the ball away like it's nothing.
I mean, it's something that you would be expecting, especially against Juventus. But to me, the major worry is that going forward, many times we are trying to control the play, but we are also bringing up a lot of men. And when we do lose the ball, that could just facilitate things so fast for Juventus. It could really be an easy, going for Juventus on that counterattacks.
Zapata playing right back like an absolute machine.
Yeah, not sure what he's doing now in that position. I don't know if there's really a lot of interchanging between. And it seems like Bacca got hit in the head. The referee passes right by him, takes a good look at him. Is he bleeding? No, he's not. All right, no foul.
No, he's good.
No foul. That's it.
Right. Beautiful. Yeah, I noticed that Julio was on that left flank going forward. I was kind of confused because I don't know what was going on there. Now Zapata, I guess, is trying to fill in his role until he gets back, maybe. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we should be seeing that exactly. And I think even Mihalovic is in attendance watching the game, from what I saw.
What a beautiful man!
What
What a beautiful man!
What a
Look
guy.
at that! Look at that shirt, just spick and span.
And there's also some Juve fans currently watching the stream. I guess Rossoneri TV is that good. Wow.
Hey, I respect you guys. All right, you guys are the true Juve fans. Okay.
Some risky
That's
playing there
awesome.
from Milan.
Yeah.
Something that
Ooh.
we're not usually fans of.
Yeah. No thanks. It's kind of funny because I see one of Donnarumma's weakest aspects is his distribution
yeah.
and on the ball. But Milan love to just give him all the attention, as many touches as possible. It's kind of weird.
Man, it's just fully dominance by Juventus now. It just seems that they can get the final clicking going on, like in the final third. But besides that, the possession's looking quite good. And I don't know about you, but you know, maybe they still have the Champions League matchup that will be playing next week in the back of their head, and you know, maybe they have other things to focus on at the moment. But Juventus is just so good at concentrating game by game that they don't let these little things like influence their performance. You know. So.
Yeah, that's mainly the exact reason why they've won so many, you know, so many league titles like consecutively, and like being successful in the Champions League, especially under Conte with the league. What he really focuses on, as you can see it at Chelsea now too, is just taking it game by game and, you know, giving your all and imagining that even if you're facing, whether it be Chelsea against Burnley or Juventus against a team like Chievo, that, you know, they really treat every game like it's a final and that every point counts. And I think that is definitely huge, a huge advantage that Juventus has over every other club. And I think that Milan needs to start acting that way as well.
Yeah. Well, their mentality is on another level than Milan's, that's for sure. But I think that, you know, winning games, like consecutive games like that, just improves that mentality and makes it even stronger. That's why they're like, even when they're losing games, they have that strong attitude because they're used to winning. So, you know, it just makes it so easy for them to get back into games and come back even from losing situations.
Yeah, it's like another day at the office for Juve.
Paletta there, I think it was him attempting a long ball, Bonucci, Giaccherini style of play.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I think we still have. I think we still have that specific play in the back of our minds.
That was great. Not gonna lie, that play brought me to tears. Giaccherini's the king. Ooh.
And
Juve.
you know, this is exactly the type of game that Milan needs to be on top of their pressing game. Because if, you know, good teams that win the ball and force others in mistakes are teams that know how to press the ball. At times, I think, well, actually at times, most of the time, Milan simply doesn't know how to do that. And I find they just give way too much room to the opponent.
Yeah.
But these are the games that, you know, you just have to know how to press and you need to mark very well now if you want to avoid many counterattacks from Juventus.
Yeah, hopefully they do start pressing at the right times because, you know, if you do press at the wrong times and you leave an open gap, Juve can easily expose that, especially with Dybala up front, and he just opens up so much space against Milan's backline, as we've already seen in the beginning of this match.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference between great teams and normal teams. Their pressing game tells a lot, you know, just because you don't want to leave too many openings as well, you know, and that was a great challenger from the Shio to get foot on that. Dani Alves could have gone through there.
Seems like he's been improving these past few weeks. You know, a lot of people couldn't wait to have him out of the club, and at least now he's not necessarily a superstar, but you know, he is making plays like that are preventing things. So, you know, pretty fortunate to have him improving instead of you know, having to rely on other players playing at fullback.
Yeah, at the same time, there's always these continuous reports of Juventus being interested in him. So yeah, you just, you know, if Juventus is still interested in him, I guess he's still showing some good things, but he needs to have that continuity. He cannot just play any random game, you know. He needs to have that continuity. And I think we all seen what Ishio is capable of, you know. I think that performance over the overall tournament there that he did at the Euros last summer spoke volume of what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
What he needs to do now is show it on a daily basis, and I think that's the main thing now. That's the main thing that's setting him back, I guess.
Yeah, and still being at a young age, I mean, he can definitely improve that over the years, and hopefully he does, because if he doesn't, it'll be kind of depressing looking back at tweets that people said, back in the year, saying he's the next Maldini and he's going to do all this. And so, hopefully he can step it up, make us look less embarrassing.
Pretty weird decision there from Ocampos to send Deulofeu through like that. This guy is definitely playing FIFA too much.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like a cross-the-pitch through ball.
Yeah, that's definitely something you would be seeing on FIFA there. Yeah. And Deulofeu, though, you could just see Deulofeu's mindset, though. I was like, you already knew that. Not sure if it was Barzagli or Bonucci. You already knew that. You anticipated that he was gonna head it back to Buffon, and I think Deulofeu is a very smart player, and his running and his positioning on the field, tracks back, helps out the defense as well. I wouldn't call him an overall player, but he's definitely, he has a lot of traits in him that could do very good things for us.
Yeah, definitely. As we can see, he's over there helping out Zapata on that right flank, and so defensively, as you mentioned, he is tracking back and helping out, but he still has the pace to get forward, and the trickery, as we're seeing right now, to dodge out players, much like Verratti does in his end of the half. So I think if Milan could hang on with Deulofeu at the end of the season, maybe come to an agreement with Everton, that would be huge for Milan personally.
He just fights on every ball, and I see that as I just like seeing fighters in this team, like guys like Kuczka and stuff. And this guy's in a position where I'm not saying he shouldn't even have those traits, but to have those traits playing in that position, just speaks volumes of what he's capable of really achieving, not only at Milan, but in his overall career.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we saw on that Ocampos FIFA 17 play, I think he knew that he wasn't going to get that first touch of the ball, but he was still committed that in case the defender made the mistake, that he was there to pounce on it. So I think that was a huge, huge sign from Deulofeu of why he is a player that Milan should be looking to keep in the future.
I don't know about you here, but Juventus is doing a lot of complaining today.
Yeah.
Every time they go down, it's like they want a call or something. And to be honest, once again, it's like Dybala was leaning into that challenge there with Zapata. I'm not quite sure what he's asking for. Definitely there's a pull from Zapata, but you're leading into the challenge. You can't expect a referee to give you a free kick in such a critical position of the pitch.
Yeah, I understand that, he's going down because he feels the contact, but if you really look at that situation, if you're falling backwards, Zapata could just back away and you're already falling over regardless, so very hard to call a foul there.
Now, some people are saying guys like Pasalic today. Personally, I haven't seen much of him in this game, and I think he's just focusing on containing his man, not really contributing to either the defense or the attack. And at the moment, it seems like everything going through Milan is through the counterattacks, and that's all they're really emphasizing at the moment. Clear push there from Dani Alves. Finally, the referee calls it. Yeah.
Slip and slide from Bertolacci.
That's what she said.
Oh,
I know. I told you, Mr. Savage today. I told you before.
Oh, wow. I am just blown away.
Milan now enjoying some possession.
For once, but that's quickly gone. Yeah, of course.
And there's going to be a first yellow card finally given to Pasalic. And, hey, he made a presence on the pitch. He's got himself a yellow card. There he is. We finally see him. We acknowledge him on the pitch. He exists.
Yeah.
So,
what a beautiful man. What a beautiful man. Oh, Pjanic, he did not like that.
Nope.
Some back problems.
Yeah, I'm not
quite at least 75.
Well,
this guy needs a cane.
Well, that's it, or the stretcher. You know, I was about to suggest that as well,
yeah.
but
He's a straight up no.
Christie's saying Pasalic is so bad, but I think Montella is saving Kuchka for the second half to destroy that Juventus midfield as they will be tired. What do you think about that?
Could be a tactic. I mean, I would prefer just to start him anyways because
exactly.
it's just. I think that's just a more logical decision. But hey, if that's what he's going for, if he wants Kuchka to really
Not a
take
great
advantage.
save there, Donnarumma. Sorry to cut you off there. Beautiful save from Donnarumma again.
Yep. Thank God for him, man.
But yeah, I agree with you. You know, I would have personally started Kuchka as well in this game. I don't really see the point of starting Pasalic, to be honest.
Yeah. And also, it seems like Zapata is staying on that right flank and Michilo staying on the left. So
yeah, good observation there. I guess. I guess finally Montella has adjusted that center back pairing there, seeing Romagnoli and Paletta, what we're usually accustomed to. Once again paired up in the middle. So finally, I think, he made that conclusion that could be the best take. And De Shio now he's playing on the left side, and Zapata on the right. So yeah, there is definitely some interchanging. Zapata with a mighty cross there, thinking he's Pirlo or something.
Abate-esque.
Abate-esque, ending up right in Buffon's hands. No real problem for him.
He would like more of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. As they call it, spring training.
Well, yeah, spring training. All right, guys, let's go. Nice little warm-up against Milan for the Champions League. They got that DNA, so this will be good for us.
Well, it's definitely not apple picking season, so...
Of course. What
can you say? There. Once again, that's Piazza. Yeah, that's Piazza. Seems like he has a problem on his shoulder.
That's what I like to see.
Whoa. Look at that replay there. There was absolutely nothing malicious in that. Just a little shot from Zapata, and he just went down like that. I'm telling you, man, Juventus is really going down easily today. And
they're really milking it today.
They're really milking it today. There's another attempt there from Higuain this time, and now he's starting off the linesman. This is absolutely ridiculous behavior. No, but I'm telling you, it's like every single time they fall, they're calling it.
And the funny thing is, they're not falling and like they look for the call and they don't get it. They fall, they look for the call and they get mad, like as if it was obvious.
And look, even your dog's agreeing with that. Like,
they agree. I mean, it's hard to disagree with, really, when you look at this. I mean, Higuain dropping like flies.
But it's absolutely, ridiculous just to see them fall in that fashion. Like, I mean, at least if it's like an obvious attempt, or at least an actual foul.
Yeah, something arguable at least.
Something arguable, then you can make a decision for that. You can make an argument for that. But this is just absolutely sloppy diving techniques here from Juventus.
Yeah,
there was a clash there with Benassia and Jose Sosa. Jose Sosa's down. I'm going to be seeing if he could continue, but doesn't look too good there so far for Jose Sosa.
Higuain with potatoes in his tummy. Just falling.
It just seems like every single player in this game is like either injured or suffered like a punch in the head or something.
It's like Allegri told them, all right, guys, I want each and every one of you to fall at least twice before halftime, and if you don't, you're coming off the pitch. Sorry.
Now we're already nearing the half an hour mark. This game is really flying by.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to say, yes, Juventus had the majority of the chances so far, but with a very few fine Donnarumma saves. Milan needs to be more composed, though. That's very thankful there that Juventus messed that one up.
Yeah.
There's another counter for Milan. And that was a good attempt there from Jose Sosa. Ocampos now on the left side. Ocampos with a few dribbling skills. Can't get past the wall of Barzagli.
Genoa player-esque.
Good tackle there from Bertolacci to regain possession in the midfield. De Lufeo now.
Yep.
And I have to say, I thought that Juventus was going to have a much easier time in these opening 30 minutes. But Milan, it always seems like, and even Allegri mentioned, Milan seem to always play a very composed game against Juventus. They just seem to, like, properly place themselves right. I know many times we're out of position. But overall, you can definitely argue on the fact that so far they've been playing a pretty decent game. Definitely not in the attacking sense, but just in terms of composure and keeping it tight. That's the main objective here. You can't allow too many spaces to Juventus. Once you do that, you're gonna be seeing a lot more problems.
Yeah, and it seems like Milan are almost playing with a back five at times, with Deulofeu coming back and Zapata tucking in.
Dani Alves now. The ball to Dybala. Still Dani Alves. Nice play there. Higuain. It's going to be 1-0. Yeah, it's 1-0. Higuain. Benassia. My bad. Benassia. What was he doing in that position?
Wow.
Boy, I definitely thought that was Higuain because that would be his position.
I don't even know what to say.
It was Benassia. 1-0 to Juventus. And that's what I said before. The marking needs to be better. And here we've seen... Yeah, he was onside. Romagnoli's foot there, keeping him onside. He made the mistake. Romagnoli made the mistake there. I don't know why he was trailing that foot behind him. But Benassia, that was really way too easy for him.
This guy's taking it back to his Roma days. Scoring goals like it's a party. I don't even know what to say to that.
Well, it is 1-0 at the half-an-hour mark there. I guess we spoke a bit too prematurely.
Yeah, what a great composure that Milan have had.
And, no, but really the marking was absolutely dreadful there.
Yeah.
Paletta, his marking was terrible, and Romagnoli keeping him on side like that. It's absolutely horrendous. Bacca now.
Seemed like Zapata was really relying on that offside rather than trailing with Benatia.
Deulofeu there, slipping and fouling. That's not what we wanted from him. Bacca, still not seeing much from him.
Yeah, he's been pretty invisible thus far, and when he has had the ball, hasn't been too good, to be honest.
Some people are saying Donnarumma should have challenged as soon as Benassia had the ball. I agree with him, with whoever's mentioning that, but yeah, that's a very tough situation. I would definitely come out there in that case, but chances are, the striker or the scorer will still put that in the back of the net. But yeah, maybe Donnarumma could have done something more in terms of challenging, but for the saving wise, I don't think that he could have done much.
Hashtag Donnarumma out. Absolute fraud.
And there's some more further complaint from Dani Alves. As you would be expecting here, every 2 seconds. Paslic needs to be careful, though, because he is on a yellow card.
Yellow.
And that could have been sent off to the showers already.
Yeah. Well. Some beautiful green shoes on Dani Alves there.
But yeah, getting back to that goal, I think everyone should have done a bit better there. Romagnoli, not quite sure what he was doing with that trailing foot there. Paletta's marking was completely off. Maybe, he thought that Benassia was offside because technically they were keeping that straight line, Romagnoli and Paletta, but really it was the foot that made the difference. And that's why maybe, Paletta was like, okay, he's behind me, he's offside. That's why he wasn't really marking him.
Yeah.
But, this is football, this is culture. One little detail, and that can make the difference in a goal or not.
Can we see a Barcelona-esque comeback, boys? 1-0 down. Is it possible?
I would personally like to see Kuchka there in the second half, though. You need a guy like him in the midfield now.
Yeah, need a little bit more beef in that midfield, some more strength to sort of boss the play.
Some people are saying Kuchka, Sosa, Bertolacci should play.
Yeah.
Passage, Sosa, and Kuchka should be playing as well.
Yeah, I could definitely see Pasalic making the way out. I mean, he's been kind of Dybala. Wow.
Well, I mean, if there's a guy that has to come off in the midfield, it would probably have to be Pasalic.
Yeah, I mean, on the yellow card, we saw that he was reckless in that challenge against Dani Alves, so you never know. He might be a bit too off his game today.
Yeah, we can definitely not get a red card here. That would destroy every chance we would get, really, at anything. I mean, the only good thing about this weekend, looking away from our game, is that Atalanta's playing Inter, so there's definitely going to be some points dropped there from one of those two teams.
Yeah.
Hopefully they tie that game, so they both drop 2 points. Wow, another big chance there. This time for Khedira. And Lazio's also playing Torino, so that's another match that anything could happen. Belotti really on form with Torino. I think they could get something against Lazio. So, I mean, we shouldn't feel completely bad or terrible after this game if we lose it. But we still need at least a point. I mean, if we get a point, I'll be more than happy to get, to walk away from this match with a point.
Yeah, a point against Juventus would be huge. With all those big games, they did mention that all these teams will be dropping points regardless. So, I mean, if you look at all the teams and their performances against Juve, most of them are going to be losing this game anyways.
Yeah.
So, the more important games aren't necessarily against Juve. It's more so against those bottom feeder teams that we have been, possibly dropping points against, because a lot of big teams find it, hard to struggle against them. If we can get points against them and the likes of Inter drop points against them, then, Milan can definitely take advantage on that.
Oh, Bacca could have done better there on that touch. There's a counter, though, for Juventus. Dybala, Paletta. That's to do better. Higuain. Romagnoli closes him down perfectly there. Finally, everyone comes back. Still Juventus on the attack here. Zapata clears it. And now Milan's on the counter. Bacca getting fouled. Let's see if the referee takes out his card there. It seems like it is. It's a yellow card to the goal scorer Benassia. And Bacca's still on the floor in pain. Benassia not too happy about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a yellow card all day.
I will take it. 35th minute yellow card to a center back. That's pretty aggressive going forward as well. So
great turn by Bacca as well, though. I have to say, good turn there.
Yeah. Very well done. I just can't get enough of that receding hairline on Benatia. Poor guy. Does he shave it off, boys? Does he shave it off, or does he hang on as long as he can? Put it in the comments down below.
Some pretty big odds there, It's quite undecided.
I mean, it's not as drastic as Paletta, but I mean...
Oh, that's a beautiful ball there from Donnarumma to Bacca, but he was offside. Wow, what a ball that was.
Speaking of distribution.
Speaking of distribution, that was one heck of a play there.
Manuel Neuer-esque.
Oh, that's some good pressing from Milan. But it just seems like Juventus always know how to get out of a dangerous situation. And right now, Milan's really going for these long balls. I don't think this is the way to go against Juventus, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's important to keep that ball on the ground, work in that fashion, and really avoid air balls, because that's the way that Juventus is gonna regain possession and work up those attacks once again.
Plus, it's not like Milan have any dominant people in the air. I mean, Carlos Bacca isn't really known for his aerial presence, so maybe it's best to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, best to keep it on the ground. You don't have to rush the play as well. It's gonna get Juventus tired, as they're gonna have to chase the ball all the time. That's the way Milan should be approaching this. Good turn there. Deulofeu, could you get something? No, he slips and falls again. Bertolacci, though, was a good turn. De Sciglio now. Oh, he lost the ball on his foot. It's gonna start up another Juventus attack. Thankfully, Jose Sosa at the right place at the right time there to end it all.
Thank God.
Hi, Mahmoud. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, don't forget to leave a like.
My pleasure.
Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Our target is to reach 100 likes. And also, don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. They'll fail now. Could he get something? Oh, he needed to go for a shot. It's going to be a free kick?
Yeah.
No! It's a yellow card to Delofeo
Wow.
for diving. Absolutely scenes. Absolute scenes. After all those times Juventus dove.
Wow.
Wow,
Oh
that's
my
absolutely
God.
ridiculous.
Okay. I see how it is.
How can you get a yellow card for that? Even if he slipped by himself, I don't think he was searching for the foul. But that's besides the point.
That was not I think he actually did slip by himself. I don't think that was a dive.
Maybe something more in that challenge against Barzagli. I don't know,
Yeah.
but Juventus did it endless times and there was no booking.
Wow.
Obviously, guys, we are playing at the Juventus Stadium, so the rules change.
Guys, remember, yeah.
Remember, the rules change at Juventus Stadium.
rules
That's
change.
why. So, absolutely ridiculous there.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was a dive, right? How many times did Juventus do that in the first half?
Yeah.
Oh, Bacca! No, it's a throw for Juventus. Another call there. Another controversial call from the ref. Delofeo can't believe it himself.
Wow.
Let's see this again now.
Look at that finger. Wow.
Well, Bacca was through on goal if that was going towards Milan. But, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the ref called there. I need to see that again.
Typical, ladies and gents. What can you do?
So Juventus on the attack with Dani Alves. Good defending there from De Sciglio. Exactly the type of physicality we need from him in this game.
Yeah.
But every time we get the ball, it seems we just give it away.
Yeah. Not the best of strategies.
Yeah, some people are saying the yellow card was too harsh, and I could definitely agree with you, Even if it was a dive, call it the other way, but to book someone in that fashion when Juventus did it endless times, it's questions have to be asked.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because if a referee isn't calling the foul on Higuain, the foul on Dybala for when they go down, it's clear that they're obviously diving because they're going to the ground for no reason. So, it's either you're calling them for diving or you're giving them a foul. There's no in between.
Someone's saying pretty soon a Juve player slips in the penalty box with no Milan player surrounding him, and the ref will call it a penalty.
Can't wait, guys. Put down in the comments below what minute you think that's gonna happen in. 68th, 70th.
If you get it right, I'm gonna give you a good donut from Tim Hortons.
Oh, of course.
Boston
Some
cream.
great stuff. Boston cream. Highly rated, guys. I know we're watching Juve Milan, but Boston creams, all right? That is where it's at.
If you guys get a chance to taste it, you should go for it. Let me just tell you.
Dive right in there. Maybe even get 2. I would get 2, personally. Well, I'd probably get 3 or 4, but,
Then you're going to get judged. Yeah. So,
yeah.
I would stay away from that.
Yeah, very true. What can you say? I mean, Higuain has a lot of background in that field.
Oh,
he knows.
We saw it last summer.
He knows.
The guy was a resident at.
Steady, this guy.
He was actually going there asking if they had loyalty cards, and then all of a sudden, they had to discontinue the program because the guy was botting the system all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's it's an interesting situation.
There are already some predictions coming in. 42nd minute, says Velchko. 62nd minute, says Youssef. Oh, that's a nice pass, Bacca! He's done it!
Woo!
It's 1-1! Bacca with the goal! What a play there from Delofeo to Bacca. Just before the spring of halftime there.
Wow.
What a play that was.
Huge goal.
And right under the Milan curva as well. And Bacca's going right under there now to celebrate with the fans. And it's 1-1 just before halftime. Let's see this play again. But this is all really coming from that beautiful pass from Delofeo. What a pass, what a run it was. And it's 1-1 just like that.
Huge goal right before halftime.
Beautiful goal. Huge goal right before halftime.
Who said
And someone said 42nd minute. Yeah, someone said it. Someone said 42nd minute.
You guys are the freaking
wow,
prophets,
man. Someone's gonna be getting it that Boston cream done.
Somebody's getting the Boston cream, guys.
Someone's getting it. All right, if you guys come to Montreal, it will be my honor. My honor.
Yeah. Montreal, Toronto,
yeah,
anywhere in Canada, just let us know.
Wherever it is,
we'll hook you up.
Wherever it is. Oh look, they're already coming in the phone calls. Can you believe that?
The phone calls are coming in.
Incredible.
They're dying for this Boston cream.
Incredible, man.
We have Jeffrey on the line.
That's amazing.
Beautiful, guys. Beautiful.
Still Milan. That was a huge goal right before halftime.
Huge.
Zapata dribbling there a bit. He wins the ball. And everyone's just absolutely going crazy in the comments.
Amazing, guys.
What a ball from Romagnoli, says V-Burger as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I will give it to him, Kyle. Don't you worry.
You guys, man. You guys. Carlos Bacca. After we give him the stick for not doing too much.
Well, guess what? The guy that predicted apparently lives in Sweden, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But
I mean, do you guys have Tim Hortons in Sweden? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. I don't know
if there is, but you should get some. You should complain to the government and say, listen, we want some Tim Hortons because I want my Boston cream from Rossoneri TV, okay?
And I will give you a virtual gift card so you can buy it, but I will give you that virtual gift card.
Absolute steal.
Oh, that's a poor giveaway there from Ocampos, I believe. It's another counter from Juve. Oh, that's beautiful there from Pasalic coming in at the right place.
Wow. Right
place, right time. By the way, there's been 1 minute of added time here in the first half.
Is it just me, or does Pasalic have a thing for running from off of the camera and then making clutch play?
Yeah.
Last time we saw him scoring a goal.
Yeah.
Now we arguably saved one.
That's very true.
I don't know.
It's like he measures it, proportionally. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna be off the camera.
So where are the cameras aiming now? Okay, go.
There's gonna be one last corner here for Juventus before halftime. Milan have to defend this. Paletta there heads it away. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for the first half. 1-1. Huge goal there from Bacca to tie things up. Just minutes away from the halftime whistle. The opening goal though came from Benassia, and we have a very interesting second half up ahead. Stay tuned. Don't leave. We got much more content here on Rossoneri TV coming up for you guys. Adamo, I will catch up with you for the second half.
Sounds good.
Time to eat that soppressata from the nonno.
Oh, of course.
Time to take a break.
Of course.
So I'll be talking to you in a few minutes.
Beautiful. See you soon.
See you soon. We are now on the line once again with Pietro. Pietro, 1-1.
1-1. We're looking okay right now.
At halftime, that's a huge goal there coming in from Bacca. Just
perfect timing.
Yeah, it really is perfect timing, and I criticized the guy over and over again, but
you and me both.
Yeah, but you know what? Once again, he's proved us wrong, and it's what now? 4 goals in 3 games for him. He's getting back in that form. He's getting back in that form.
This is good. Great timing to get that goal. Thank God we didn't give one up at the end there. I was a little worried about that when Pasalic gave that ball away. But yeah, this is a good. I don't know. If I had to rate the whole half, I mean, Juve were coming at us. I'm surprised that they've only got 1 goal out of this, to be honest. But the fact of the matter is that it's 1-1, and it's all to play for in the second half.
Yeah, definitely all to play for in the second half. And yes, even though Juventus have been threatening at times, I didn't really see them as threatening altogether throughout the whole first half. I mean, yes, they did have very good chances against their Donnarumma coming out big with some very huge stops. But overall,
should make this guy a saint.
Yeah, definitely. But overall, what I'm trying to say is that I haven't seen that full dominance. It seemed like every time Juventus had the ball, especially in the final third, they had a bit of problems clicking in that final third, you know, like just in the final touch, they had a few problems. But other than that, they're playing a good game, and Milan still need to be aware of that. It hasn't been all positive for Milan that first half, but, you know, this is something that we don't usually see from Milan, because oftentimes we see Milan not having a very positive half, and that's how it ends, at least for the first half. Then we kind of resume on a good note in the second half. But if we could create something out of nothing there, like we just showed with that Bacca goal.
Look at that fast counterattack. That was all Delafeu on that run too. That was great. I mean, that speed at which we look at. I like how they switched flanks there.
And we spoke about it so many times. We said it so many times how Delafeu has been really the most important piece, at least since his arrival. And once again, another assist for him today. The man is really living it up. And I'm going to say this again. For a player that's on loan, to me, this is very, very interesting to see a guy work as hard as him. Go for it.
Especially with no obligation to buy. I mean, he's got nothing to really prove himself as far as Milan are concerned.
That's right.
You know, for him to come over on loan and not having any option to buy and him play like this, like he's almost like he's playing for a contract next year. It's amazing. I like how Montella switched flanks with Ocampos and Delafeu, and since then the counters attacks have come and come fast because Barzagli does not have the pace to keep up with Delafeu. This is good, and I like that. Romagnoli also is not in that left back position like we thought he was going to be. Thank God they slotted Zapata to the right back.
Yes.
I trust him more there than the other in the back four today.
Well, that was going to be my next question to you. You know, seeing Zapata playing on the right now and Deschamps on the left, and once again reconfirming that partnership in the middle that we are so accustomed to. That is Romagnoli and Paletta. You know, that's something that we definitely have to. We should be happy about, because personally I wouldn't. We spoke about it in the pre-match. I wouldn't have liked to see Romagnoli start on that left side, and I think it's just way more of a proper position to see him playing alongside Paletta rather than seeing him on the left side. So I'm happy about that change. Also happy how we see Delafeu also interchanging positions at times with Bacca. He's playing a bit more front, a bit more central at times. Maybe. His speed is definitely one of his main attributes that could, work in his favor in that position. What did you make about the midfield, though? I know it hasn't been the best. Jose Sosa, I don't know. He has recovered some balls, but he's also given a lot away. Pasalic, to me, didn't have a very good first half, especially that booking. In my opinion, I think he's going to be substituted in the second half there. It wasn't silly. But also Delafeu, I think his booking was absolutely stupid there. Well, what I mean, stupid from the sense of the referee, because why would he have booked Delafeu in that instance if he didn't book all those multiple dives from guys like Dybala or Higuain in that first half, you know?
I got the perfect answer for you. Rubinettos.
Yeah, that's Rubentinos. That's for sure. That's definitely it. But to me, it just doesn't make sense. You know, if you gotta give it one way, you gotta give it the other. That's my point. But
yeah, of course. But we're in the J Stadium right now. I don't know. This crowd's behind him. I don't want to get into referees, and you get me on a whole other subject here.
yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, that's true. A lot of people are saying that Pasalic, was the reason for the goal, and he saved one. He did save one. I mean, what a beautiful comeback there. Sometimes, like I was laughing with Adamo, you just don't see him and he pops out of nowhere. That's exactly what we saw from Pasalic once again, to come out in those situations to help out the defense and contribute, in that aspect. So that's very nice to see. Very happy about that.
I hope Kuchka comes in now. We need Kuchka come in 10-15 minutes in the second half. Hopefully Kuchka comes in and we're going to be a lot more stronger of a defense. I mean, I think, who in the middle of the park is there to win balls? Honestly, Jose Sosa is not a big ball winner. Mario Pasalic is not a big ball winner. Bertolacci is slower than a turtle, like I said.
Yeah.
Who's going to win these balls? I mean, come on. We need a ball winner every time we play in midfield, especially with a midfield three like that. Who's going to win these balls?
Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely, I believe that Kuchka has to come in. Will he be the major difference? Probably not, but I think we need a guy like him in the game, in this game at least. But besides that, we're staying confident. Once again, we are proving to show trouble. We're giving trouble to Juventus like we have done all season round. You know, it's the 4th time we play them, and we're still giving them trouble.
You know, I want to say something about this Milan team.
Go for it.
This is something that they never give up. They seriously don't ever give up. They never just throw a game away. I've never seen them put their heads down and just commit to the loss. They've always stuck around. Like, this isn't, I don't know, this Milan team, you know, they're not the most skilled Milan that we've seen as Milanista over the years, but this never gives up, though. They don't put their heads down. They always stick around. We may lose the game, who knows, but we're always right there. And that's what I like to see from them. I just want to see a little bit more fighting spirit going forward, and the belief and instilled in them that they could go win this match.
And on that note, do you still believe that we could win this match?
Absolutely, 100%. I really do believe. I mean, with Kuchka if we could bring Kuchka in, and you know, the problem is this though. If you would get another goal, there's no way we're never going to score another 2 goals. I don't think. But if we could keep it, you know, close and in a tight fixture, you know, 15, 20 minutes left in the game, who knows, man? On this counter attack with Deulofeu on that side with Barzagli, if we burn them again like that, we could go win this match. I really do. I feel
absolutely
confident.
agree. I absolutely agree on that. Definitely, I think that Deulofeu could use his speed to his advantage, and really could change the course of the game, if you ask me. Of course, they're a very good, solid team defensively. They don't really concede. It's not oftentimes that you see them conceding 2 goals at their own stadium, or 2 goals in general, for that matter. But you know, Deulofeu has. Once again, if I have to like highlight someone in that team that to me stood out, it has to go to Deulofeu again, because he's the only guy that's really chasing every ball, giving it his all, 100%, jumping in every challenge, making the runs, providing the assists. The guy is doing everything, and to me, that's exactly the type of player. I think if we had at least 2 or 3 more Deulofeus in the team, this would have been a whole different team.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's true. Hopefully he doesn't do anything stupid now with that yellow card he's got. He's got to stay on his feet.
Yeah, that's very true, and I hope he stays careful, because that's what we can't afford to lose him, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
All right, Pietro, we'll be talking later. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. Thanks again, Gio. Take care.
Enjoy the second half. Forza Milan. So really there from Pietro. If you guys want to give your thoughts on the first half, make sure to call me on Skype. Rossoneri TV is the username if you guys want to give in your thoughts. Now is the moment to do so. The line is officially opened, so make sure to give us a call there. Let's get into your comments before we accept some more calls. It's ACM says Pasalic and Deulofeu should be signed. They fit the Montella system quite well. Loving the mentality from Deulofeu, says Harrison Durant. Abdul says we need to keep Deulofeu. Harrison also says Ocampos has done well. I love that Bacca made that great run. He did make a great run, and we should be speaking about that goal. But we do have another call here coming in from Roberto. Let's see what he has to say. Hi, Roberto. You're on the line. How are you?
I'm fine.
What did you make of that first half? Definitely, I think Juventus dominated a good portion of it. But Milan coming out in the last minutes, I think, speaks volumes for what kind of fighting attitude they've been having all season round. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Juventus were dominant in the first half, but Milan took their chance on the counter, and they deserved the goal. Maybe it was a tiny bit offside, but the ref couldn't see it. And I don't think Deulofeu should have got a booking. Yes, it was simulation, but I don't think Dybala dived, but I think Higuain dived. So he should have got a yellow as well.
Yeah. I mean, the point here wasn't really about him getting the yellow card. To me, it's just like, at least if you see him... To me, it really didn't seem like a dive. It was more like a slip. But even if he did call something there, I think it was just way too harsh to give him a yellow card. It's not like he blatantly did it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we'll see exactly if Deulofeu could keep his cool in the second half. I definitely hope that the referee does some better decisions going forward here. But yeah, you did make a good point regarding the chance taken by Milan. And I think it was the only chance in that first half they had, really. One of the only real concrete chances they had, and they took it. And I said it before in the pre-match. You know, Bacca, he's a guy that needs a lot of chances before he scores. And today, his first chance, we didn't really see Bacca having lots of the ball. But his first chance, he put it in the back of the net. And I think that's something that we should be taking note of. going forward, because this guy, he has been receiving a lot of criticism, but let's not forget he scored 4 goals in the past 3 games. So yeah, definitely I hope he can continue on this form. But what do you see for the second half going forward? Do you still see some Juventus domination going forward, and what do you think could happen?
Well, if this continues like this, I think Juventus will win the match. But if Milan play with a bit more fighting, with more fighting spirit, even though they are playing with fighting spirit right now, then it could be a 1-1 draw. I can't see Milan getting the win. I really can't see Milan getting the win.
Well, like I said before, you know, it's very, very rare that Juventus even concede 2 goals in the game, and to do it at the home field almost seems like improbable, very impossible. But you know, it's football and everything could happen. I mean, Juventus have been really on form at home, winning 14 out of 14, I believe, so far. And if I'm not mistaken, in the past 5 games, they've only conceded 1 goal at home. So, and that is home games, of course. So, yeah, that just speaks volumes of how good they are defensively. But I still think they have to be careful, because Milan has been giving them trouble all season round. And I have to say that really we have been the only team that has been given like Juventus consistent trouble, in my opinion, all season round. I can't really name any other team. I think every other team, they've been really dominant over them.
Well, I can name one more team. I think Roma have made Juve fight for the wins. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. I think Roma and Milan have been the only teams who have made Juventus fight for the wins.
The Roma already played them twice. Maybe you could tell me that.
Yeah, Roma played Juventus twice,
Okay.
and Juventus won them both, but only by 1 goal. And it came from a bit of magic from Higuain, but Roma made Juventus fight a lot. And also, the only player I did not like in the first half for Juventus was Dani Alves. He was being too greedy. He didn't pass the ball. And I just didn't like Dani Alves.
What do you think about him playing in that position? It's not usually a position that we see him playing in, is it?
No, he usually plays right back. Yeah, I think that's a very weird decision. But he's been playing all right in that position. He's been playing okay, but not the best.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised seeing him in that position. But yeah, we'll see what the second half has in store for us. Thank you for calling in, Roberto. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
So the players are outside of the tunnel. We should be starting in just a few seconds. And on that note, I'll be calling Adamo Ritako once again here, so he could assist me in the second half. And let's hope for something great here. Let's hope that Milan could get a second goal. Like I said, it's very hard to see it, but you just never know. We have to hope for the best. And maybe that could make it happen. The second half is underway. We have started it. And Mr. Ritako is back with us.
Hello, good sir. How are you?
Wow, man, it's been way too long.
Oh, dude, honestly, I feel like it's been at least like 5 minutes. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to survive like this.
Oh man. So the second half has started, guys. As usual, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget you can donate to the channel as well via the super chat button if you're interested in that. So make sure to do that.
And let us know what your favorite donut from Tim Hortons is in the comments down below.
Definitely. That's a must. That's really a must.
Saying, Boston cream.
Just a must.
Double chocolate. You got the whole ordeal. Forza Milan.
That's it. The Milan donut. They should definitely make one of those.
They should make one of those. The Hello Kitty donut, you know?
Good tackle there from Paletta, and Piazza was almost through on goal, but Paletta did the good thing here. Deulofeu beating Barzagli once again. Barzagli, you know, he's not fast, and I think Deulofeu needs to take advantage of that this second half.
Yeah. Seen a lot of memes on Twitter about that. And the calls are coming in, boys.
The calls are still coming in from Tim Hortons. Can you believe it?
Jeffrey is still interested about his donut.
And Italian Football TV has joined us. Can you believe it? The legends
The
themselves.
legends themselves.
Wow.
They are here, guys. They are here.
And they want to know our prediction for the game.
Ooh.
I'm going to start with you, Adamo. Go for it.
I'm going for, okay, you guys might be thinking, all right, it's a tight game. I don't know if like you'll get, that point, but I'm saying 6-1 Milan over Juve. Let's go, boys.
Guys, you heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Greatest comeback in Serie A history.
I said 1-1 at the beginning of the game. That was my prediction. And I'm going to stand by it. I still think it's going to be 1-1. I just hope Milan surprises me, though.
What a stubborn mule you are.
I am stubborn, but I'm true to my predictions. I stay true to them.
Listen, it depends how many Boston cream donuts Higuain had at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
That will impact the game highly, and I think Milan need to look out for that because, putting on a few pounds might change the way he moves about, and Paletta's got to, watch those movements.
Well, if you saw that movement that he just did before there where he was caught offside, and he ate just a little less, maybe, just maybe, he would have made that a better run. But
it's an advantage that he has. You
Yeah.
can never tell how fat he's going to be.
Romagnoli there with a risky challenge. He missed the ball there, but thankfully Paletta was at the right place. Still Juventus still
cleaning
attacking.
things up.
He's cleaning them all right. Well, he does look like he does look like Mr. Clean. I
Yeah.
think that's the reference you wanted to make.
Look, oh yeah.
At least someone's getting your jokes, Adamo.
Jeez, come
Jesus.
on, man. Come on, guys.
Zapata can't contain. It's gonna be a free kick to Juventus here. Paletta has some complaining to do for once.
Mm-hmm.
Piazza's having a laugh. Zapata, not too sure if he smuggled in that coke, right?
You never know, man. You never know. It's possible. Hashtag 2017.
Cesare85 says, forget HD. It would be nice if the audio could just work properly on Rai. That's why you must not watch the games on Rai. You have to come watch them or at least hear them on Rossoneri TV. What do you think
Guys,
we're here for? Like
That is what
we're
here for.
using cheap equipment right now. We got a $100 webcam and a $20 microphone. Yet
Yeah,
we
I'm
could still
I'm
get
using
better
my
vision.
phone.
Yet we could get better vision and audio than Rai. And no one's paying us for this. Just imagine.
Exactly.
Just let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in.
We are doing this out of the kindness of our own hearts, guys, all right? Just for you, the viewer, okay? Because we know the struggle.
Mm-hmm. We know the struggle.
That's why. You got. Maybe you want to watch Rye, okay? You put on Rye, but you mute it and you listen to us.
Here's a very dangerous free kick, though. Let's see what Pjanic could do. It is at least 18, 19 yards.
Mm-hmm. Almost like a penalty.
Well, for him, this is the right position. Let's see what he could do. The wall standing tall. Pjanic goes for the shot. Donnarumma with the save.
Wow.
At the right place at the right time. Not the hardest of saves there for Donnarumma. But
Got the job done.
he got the job done. That's what counts. Good placement, too. Good movement there from Donnarumma. Exactly what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a corner, though, for Juventus.
Knowing our luck, this is gonna be
Oh, that was close there. It's going to be another corner, but there's a lot of complaining currently going on to the referee. Not quite sure what they want.
Wow.
But how many times have we said this already this game?
Yeah.
And it seemed like Bacca hit it off his arm or something there. That would have been the weirdest of calls, really.
Looks like I thought that came off his leg.
Yeah, it did come off his leg, but it seems like it took another touch there. I'm not quite sure what the Bacca was trying to do there. Maybe some kung fu or I don't know.
Hey man, watching too much Kung Fu Panda. Jack Black is his idol.
Mm.
That's where it's at.
Asamoah. Dybala, Asamoah. Some good dribbling there. Well done by Bertolacci to keep it in. And Dybala was asking for a corner. You could definitely see the Juventus pressure now at the moment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Higuain's hungry for a goal.
And not only.
Oh man. Please, guys, hold the applause. Hold.
Deulofeu! Oh, that was some good pressing there. Benassia got the job done, though. Still Juventus on this attack. Paletta. What a save, Donnarumma! Oh my god, it was a goal line clearance there. I think it was Deschio coming to the rescue at the right place at the right time once again.
Wow.
This goes back to exactly what I was saying, but what a save from Donnarumma to keep Milan in this again.
Yeah.
Just
great clearance as well.
Just had a mini heart attack there, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. Those sugar levels. They're getting to me.
Donna fucking Ruma. That's what many people are saying. The name of the game.
God. The beard of a
Paletta has to be careful there. What the hell was that?
Risky business.
Paletta thought he had to clean
that was pretty bad. Not gonna lie, guys. That was pretty bad.
I don't know. You thought you had to clean the floor or something?
Yeah.
That's a second.
Make sure the grass was tip top shape.
Jose Sosa there.
Ooh.
Still Milan with the possession.
The shimmy.
Harrison says, I love Deulofeu's mentality. He's so hardworking. Him and Pasalic need to be signed. Well, unfortunately, you know, Pasalic, we might have a say in that, but at the moment, Deulofeu, he doesn't have a buyout clause. He doesn't have a buyout option as well. So, chances are that he will be returning to Everton at the end of the season, unless something happens.
Yeah, they may need the funds. I mean, they're making a lot of big deals. There's rumors that Wayne Rooney will be coming to Everton.
No! He should have just passed that off to Ocampos, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
Ocampos was all open.
Yeah.
And there he is. Kuchka's coming in. And Bacca's coming off. Wow.
Maybe going central.
What do you think of this?
Wow. This is, I don't know. I wonder if, I guess the only option is Milan will be changing formation because I can't see who the front three will be.
Exactly. Bacca coming off, and not too sure if he's really happy about that, to be honest with you. Getting off the field a bit disappointed, but this is definitely a tactical decision from Montella. It's going to be a change of formation, that's for sure. I don't see him... well, really, I don't see the front three at the moment. Who could it be?
Yeah. I was going to say Deulofeu going central, but who plays on the wing?
Well, we'll soon find out exactly how they're implementing their style now.
Let's all just admire the brilliance of Kuchka's hair. I mean, he definitely blow dried that pregame.
Well, let me tell you, he's learning from me.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
He knows. Kuchka, he knows
style.
He knows. We don't have the same haircut, but, you know.
Yeah, you know. It takes the same effort.
Oh, definitely.
That amount of brilliance is an art.
Kuchka now. We said it before, you know, he was definitely a player that needed to be subbed in. And I'm happy that Montella has put him in. Deulofeu now. Once again, the most vibrant player in this team. Always running around, putting in the pressure. And Milan's really adding into that pressure now.
Yeah.
Pasalic, though, still not off. And that was a poor foul on Khedira. He needs to be careful because he's already in a booking. Pasalic must not make the mistake to get sent off here. That was a really weak challenge, too.
Yeah, he's made a lot of fouls so far. I'm surprised the ref hasn't given him stern talking to.
Well, personally, I'm just surprised he's still on the pitch and Montella hasn't subbed him off.
Yeah, very reckless.
And that's what a lot of people are saying as well in the comments.
You guys know what's up. Let's give a hand to Khedira for being the most invisible player on the pitch. Juve Milan. He gets the award.
Still Juventus on the counter. Oh, that must have been... Yes, he got the ball, Romagnoli. That's a good challenge there for him. Very good challenge. I have to say, though, Milan, they are getting more attacks in this half than what we saw in that first half. Wow, what a challenge that was again. This time Ocampos goes down. But Milan's really putting a lot of pressure as opposed to that first half. And Ocampos gets a yellow card
Yeah.
now. Ocampos gets a yellow card for that on Bonucci.
Wow.
That to me is absolutely ridiculous again. A ridiculous decision from the ref. How is that a yellow card from Ocampos if Bonucci won in the
Wow.
challenge? Let's see this again. Where? Where's the yellow
Wow.
card in that? Where's the yellow
Wow.
card in that? Explain to me.
Wow.
Someone please
Oh
explain to
my
me where's
God.
the yellow card in that. Bonucci went for the challenge. Obviously, he went all over him, but that's just the way he fell. How can you give a yellow card to
Wow.
that? Another absolutely absurd decision there from the ref.
I mean, I understand that refereeing is difficult, but that is
That is
quite an
absolutely
interesting call.
that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that is wow.
How's that a yellow
man,
card
you-
on Ocampos?
You fell on him the wrong way, bro. That's a yellow.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous again.
That was embarrassing.
I mean, if a yellow card is just, it's right, you know. I mean, like Pasilic's yellow card. That I could agree, but what was given to Delphin and Ocampos is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, if anything, I think Paslic should be sent off, and that should not have been even considered a foul.
Yeah.
If anything,
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely ridiculous.
just bad refereeing all around.
It's another free kick though for Juventus. Once again, pounding on Milan's defense.
That's what she said.
That's also true. Let's see.
Giving them that Boston cream up front.
Oh, no, no, no. Here it is, the free kick.
Keep it PG, guys.
Oh, no!
Wow.
What a mistake there from De Sciglio not to
Wow.
clear that ball. Piazza, though, makes the bigger of the mistakes. That shot goes wide. But how didn't De Sciglio clear that?
That was... Wow, that was... I don't even know what to say.
Wow, that was close. And that's a lifeline, really, for Milan. Piazza with a terrible miss. He really should have done much, much better in that on that shot. So Juventus, though, many attacks leading from them. Zapata must clear that. He does it once again. Ever so great. And I just see so much more pressure now from Milan in this second half. Montella
Yeah.
must have told him something in the locker rooms there.
Yeah, it seems like Kuchka is trying to make the difference as well, trying to beef up that midfield because it seemed like Juve were walking all over Milan in the midfield in the first half, so definitely a smart decision to bring him in.
Benassi with another ball. High foot down the Sciglio. Still no call from the referee. Zapata keeping Piazza. Containing him. Oh, that's a nice pass though. Asamoah.
Wow.
Oh, that's well done. Well done there from Paletta.
Always in the right place, it seems.
Yeah, and his position is getting a lot better too. That's
Yeah.
what I noticed about it.
I mean, considering that a lot of fans were hoping that Milan would sign another quality center back to pair up with Romagnoli, and that Paletta was kind of like the backup plan, he's doing pretty good.
Not a great save, Donnarumma, but his shot gets deflected off the bar there.
Oh,
Wow. Donnarumma got his hands to it,
wow.
but his save deflects the ball off the bar. Wow, 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 wow.
He makes it so casual, too.
Yeah, that was really another moment where Juventus could have got their goal. But Donnarumma's saves are still somehow keeping Milan in this one. Wow. Ocampos there trying to do a seal move.
This guy, I don't know what's going on.
Romagnoli this time. Good header. It's going to be another corner though to Juventus.
Ocampos has been trained by Marineland. It has been confirmed by Sky.
It's another yellow card to Romagnoli. What's this time?
Wow.
But what's with the yellow cards?
Let me guess, he blew on Bonucci's back.
Let me see what's happening here. Let me see what's happening. There's also some complaint from Donnarumma now.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what Donnarumma's telling the goal line referee. This game is getting really tense and Romagnoli's telling Benassia to back up. But I'm really not sure why he got a yellow card, to be honest.
I would love to see a Romagnoli versus Benatia UFC fight. That'd be nice.
Well, it's gonna be on the next pay-per-view. I can give you that confirmation.
Yeah. Oh. Forget about McGregor, Mayweather. We want to see Benatia and Romagnoli go at it head to head. Boxing, MMA, Taekwondo, the whole deal.
This ref is honestly horrendous, though, and I've been saying this for like a few games now, but really, no joke, we've been getting the worst refs in this league, game in and game out. It's absolutely horrendous.
Wow.
Even last game against Cavo, how bad was that ref?
Yeah.
The game against Sassuolo, the guy didn't even know what the fuck he was doing anymore.
MLS-esque refereeing.
Yeah. I see what you did there, though.
Yeah, man.
Well, now I believe there's 4 Milan players on yellows. If I'm not mistaken, Ocampos, Deulofeu, Paslic, and Romagnoli.
And about more than half of those shouldn't even have them.
And they're still all on the pitch. A foul on Kuchka, and the ref gives a Juve throw. Nice.
Okay. Nice, guys. Give it up for the ref. Give it up for the ref. Wow.
That was I just saw that. Romagnoli got a yellow card just for complaining it wasn't a corner? I can't believe that.
Wow.
Here's Milan! Oh, why did he pass that? He should have went for the shot. Deulofeu there with the mistake. He should have went for the shot. Beautiful dribbling, but he definitely should have went for the shot. Still Milan. Across this time. Kuchka, I think it's a bit too far. He keeps it in though. Still Kuchka. Zapata now. Still Kuchka. Needs to put in the cross. He does. Way too weak. Right to Juve's defense.
Quality.
Romagnoli against Higuain. Zapata coming back to help out as well. Still Juventus on the attack. Dani Alves goes for the chipper. And another poor miss from Piazza.
Wow.
But that's another alarm that Milan must be careful. Because once again, Piazza was left unmarked. Everyone concentrating on the play there on the right side. But Piazza, really out of nowhere.
Exposing.
Yeah, exposed. Very exposed.
Wow. I don't know how he thought he was going to get that in with like a finesse shot volley, but...
But honestly, this just goes back to the thing that I was saying regarding Milan's marking. It's been good at times, but every time Juve have the counterattack, they always find these openings, and it really lets Milan's defense feel exposed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a foul there. Finally, the referee calls something towards Milan. It's foul on Deulofeu.
Can you believe it, guys?
Do you think Lapadula will make an appearance in this game?
I mean, considering, I don't know, Milan have been kind of changing back and forth between trying to, utilize the high pressure and then countering. So I think he could make his typical late appearance, but I don't think he'll, have enough time to actually make enough of an impact. Maybe around the 86th minute.
What a chance there for Romagnoli this time.
Wow.
What a big chance for Romagnoli. Can't believe that.
I have to appreciate those beautiful locks, though.
That was a beautiful ball. Even Kusha could have got a head to it.
Yeah. Great delivery. Wow. I'm still not too sure as to what formation Milan are playing.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird formation. I don't know if they're going for a 4-5-1.
Yeah.
With Deulofeu playing up front. Well, actually, they're keeping Ocampos up front. And Deulofeu as a far left wing there. But, yeah, it's a weird formation. I don't know if they're playing a 4-5-1 or something else. Here's Juventus still in the attack. Gotta be careful here. It's a good play. Right to the hands of Donnarumma.
Wow.
But that was another heart attack that we escaped from.
Yeah. Was that like number 37? I think.
I don't know, man, but I have 911 on speed dial, that's for sure.
Thank God for that. But the real question is, do you have Tim Horton's delivery on speed dial?
I don't. I know I'm embarrassed to say it, but I don't.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm disappointed.
As we near the 70th minute, still 1-1. Poor pass there from Pasalic. Absolutely to no one. I'm still surprised he's on the pitch, to be honest.
Yeah, seriously. Very dangerous with Milan having all these yellow cards still playing on the pitch as well. Because
yeah, and there's a lot of players too on yellows. That's the thing.
Majority of these players get another yellow. That's a red card.
I don't want to be starting to sit back though. That's the thing. Like Montella should be making some substitutions.
Mm-hmm.
It all really depends on what Montella values in this game.
Yeah.
If he wants to go for the point or if he wants to go for the 3. Ocampos! Oh, just wide there. Buffon had it covered, but Juventus now really giving a lot of giveaways as well.
Yeah. Very sloppy play.
Well, still 1-1. And it seems like Poli could be coming in. Montella and the assistant are currently talking to Poli. I don't know if they're giving him instructions on what he has to do. But it might be Poli, his entrance. Swap out the midfield.
Yeah.
One substitution so far from Milan. Bacca coming off for Kuchka. Not a poor decision there from Jose Sosa. Still Milan.
Yeah.
Kuchka. Does he get fouled? Referee doesn't call it.
Of course.
And Zapata there with a beautiful sliding challenge. The play resumes to Buffon. But definitely, let's see this again. That should have been a foul there. Pjanic from behind on Kuchka. And even kicking in the back after.
So much inconsistency from the ref.
Really is. And then you wonder why they get so much criticism.
Yeah. What can you do, guys? What can you do?
And I can give you confirmations that Poli is set to come on. There's another cross from Milan.
Replacing Pasalic.
Oh yeah, I think he could. I think he's going to be the one taken off. If he's not, really, I don't know what to make of it anymore.
Yeah.
But I think the substitution should be coming in now. It is. And it's going to be Poli coming on for Pasalic. And finally he's off. And a bit longer than what would be expected. But I think we were pretty sure that Pasalic was going to come off. How do you see this game? How do you see the substitution changing the game? Or does it change the game? Or is it just maybe bringing in some more physical presence in that midfield now that we got Kuchka and a guy like Poli in it?
Yeah, I think it's more for the physicality. I mean, Pasalic tends to get forward more. He's a very on and off player because he has been a part of a lot of big plays. But then when he's not a part of those big plays, he tends to make a lot of mistakes. So I think Poli is more of a safe bet. And to add his physicality and all his aggression in that midfield might be able to, lock Milan down for at least that 1-1 draw.
Yeah, these are going to be some very interesting 20 minutes now.
I mean, 20 minutes to go, 1-1, 6-1, still possible.
Still possible. My prediction's still standing, though.
Hey, I respect your prediction, but I think mine is more likely to happen. I mean, it's just the numbers show. The numbers show.
Yusuf says, what's the deal with Locatelli? Well, he's currently suffering from a fever, so that's why he's not playing in this match. It's not because Montella wanted to bench him or anything, but that's pretty much why. YY is saying, I think it's a 4-5-1 formation, and that's exactly what I said before. At least that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
A 4-5-1 with Ocampos playing as that striker, He's playing the most attacking player at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
With a midfield composed of Deulofeu, Bertolacci, Jose Sosa, Kuchka, and Poli.
Yeah, it seems like Milan are trying to lock down that middle of the pitch.
Which is not a bad approach if you ask me, because a 4-5-1 definitely keeps it pretty defensive, but also going forward you got a lot of options, making runs on the wings. That's exactly what Milan could use to exploit here. Romagnoli there with a big time clearance.
Oh. No. Hopefully on the break we can nick something. Guess we'll have to wait and see, guys.
We'll have to wait and see.
Ladies and gents. Can you believe Asamoah is still a thing?
I can't. I thought he retired, to be honest.
Yeah. This guy's been through it all. Great player on FIFA, by the way.
Still Juventus now.
Pace.
Menacing on their attacks. It's a good through ball. Nice save, Donnarumma again!
Wow.
And a double save from Donnarumma. He also got the touch on the second one there. Beautiful save there from Donnarumma, the savior again. Milan letting too many spaces go. Beautiful save on Khedira, and then saves it again on Higuain. This guy deserves to get the Man of the Match award if the score stays like this, because I think he's made at least 10 saves in this game, if you ask me. At least.
Yeah, he's been a huge part for keeping this game level. Thank God for him.
But what a save there on Khedira especially.
Yeah.
Wow. It's all about positioning.
He gets
this
down
guy
so fast.
Yeah, and you know what? It's his positioning and just like his stature too. Like I just find that it corresponds exactly to how his body is, and that's, you know, it just helps him out so many times.
Yeah. Can't believe he's so young, because like how much can he possibly grow? How much better can he get? It's crazy.
Well, his rating on FIFA could definitely get better. I mean,
yeah, that could use some juicing up, hopefully.
What's it at now? An 80 or an 82? I'm not sure.
I think it's an 80.
Yeah,
he has a couple informs in Ultimate Team, but you know, need that career mode, guys. Come on, raise that potential.
That's right.
I'm sick of these English rejects that play one good game, you get like a hat trick, get like a 92 potential. Like, what the hell's going on, boys?
Someone's saying Donnarumma deserves a statue overlooking the San Siro, like the Jesus in Rio de Janeiro. That'd be amazing. Imagine with open arms and everything.
Yeah, with the wings.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Absolute legend.
So Milan, a try there from Jose Sosa, save from Buffon this time. Ooh. I don't think it was really menacing there from Jose Sosa, but good attempt nonetheless. Milan are still in it. As we approach 75th minute.
Yep.
Romagnoli all the way to Donnarumma. Zapata now. Still 15 minutes to play in this game, but I have to say, Zapata as a right back option wasn't too shabby at all.
Not too shabby. There were some points where Piazza, you know, found some space, but outside of that, he's really making a big impact considering he's a center back.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Like, it's been a couple of games now that Zapata's been implemented. And you know, Allegri giving Zapata the little knock there, saying, "Hey man, you got the coke?"
Hey man. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna sign you in like 2 weeks, alright? So just get ready. Let's go." I'll do a swap.
Oh, that's a bad pass, Deulofeu! Oh, wow. He can't take advantage of that. What a bad pass that was from Juventus. And Buffon.
Wow.
He almost died there, I think. What an opportunity that was for Milan. And that's what I like about Deulofeu. The guy is always pressing, always ready. Poli this time. His shot goes absolutely wide. as you would expect.
Montolivo-esque.
But what an opportunity that was for Deulofeu.
Wow.
What a poor pass there it was from Benassia.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Absolutely horrendous. And the girl's face said it all.
She smelled something bad.
Yeah, she did.
She really got a whiff.
She definitely did. She definitely did.
Seeing Juve's youngster Moise Kean warming up with that yellow hair. The next Pogba. You never know.
Foul there on Juve. Dybala takes a shot nonetheless. And the referee doesn't book him, but he's going to book Deulofeu for nothing. And Ocampos as well.
Oh, of course.
But how good is Deulofeu's work rate? Absolutely incredible.
Unreal, yeah.
And Rugani is actually coming on now for Benassia, following that big mistake.
Yeah.
I think Allegri has seen it all.
He's going to choke him in the locker room, guaranteed. Somebody call child services.
Pjanic, meanwhile, has been booked. I could give you that confirmation. But Benassia seems to have some problems, actually, some physical problems, and that's why he has been coming off there for Rugani. Promising
He's really not a fan. Not a fan of that receding hairline. You'll see some aerial duels between Romagnoli and Rugani on some corners.
Yeah, definitely. The future of Italy there. Both playing against each other now.
Good to see them getting some minutes.
Well, Milan's going to really have to hold their fort now in these last 15 minutes about, including stoppage time. And hopefully we can get something from a mistake maybe from Juve, like we saw before. Oh, that's a nice layoff there from Ocampos. Kuchka now on the run. Kuchka stops for a second and he wins the corner. Maybe he should have made the run. Should have continued with that run maybe, but you know, Kuchka doesn't really have those qualities to make runs like that.
Yeah.
But still, beautiful cross. He wins Milan the corner. Let's see if Milan can get something out of this. Gustavo Gomez even telling Jose Sosa something there, and that's completely awful of a corner.
Hey man, just mess this up. All right, got it.
All right, no problem. That's exactly
no problem, buddy.
That's exactly what he must have wrote on the. He must have said on the meme there.
Yeah, he knows. Maybe he's sending a message from Allegri. He's like, Allegri says hi, and he just throws him off.
I have to say though, Campos and Deulofeu have been linking up quite good this game. You know, personally, Ocampos hasn't been impressing me too much, but this game, given the fact that he's playing against a very strong opponent, he's actually shown very good things.
I don't know, considering we're missing some of our best players, Bonaventura, Suso, these players filling in are actually not doing too bad of a job, because it's not like we're facing some relegation team here. This is Juventus, and they're stepping up.
Yeah, they're definitely stepping up. And let's not forget, guys like Ocampos and Deulofeu, you know, not even really part of this team, and yet they're still showing very good things.
He has a thing with Deulofeu as well, being, you know, performing the way he has in these past couple of weeks. He just came into the Serie A, and he's already, you know, doing well, and he's not taking too long to adapt either.
So Milan now on the counter. Kuchka wins another ball. Still Milan, Ocampos, that's going to be a foul. It's going to be a free kick for Milan on the edge of the box. And this is something that we needed. Beautiful run there by Ocampos. Even better recovery from Kuchka. And I have to say, this second half, we've been getting a lot of these counterattacks. And hopefully we'll be able to put one in the back of the net soon.
Yep, big opportunity here.
Look at Kuchka putting in that body in front of Pjanic, the workhorse that he is there. That's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see from your players. Well, here's a very interesting free kick position for Milan. It's Jose Sosa on the ball. Kuchka could take it as well. As we know, As you know, they both have a very good long range shot. But it seems like Jose Sosa is going to be the architect of this shot. Let's see if he could deliver. Buffon still setting up as well. Jose Sosa. Pressure's on him.
Take your time, Buffon. Take your time.
Jose Sosa. Over the wall.
Ooh.
And it's going to go out as a goal kick here because Ocampos lastly touched the last there. Unfortunate. Not a bad attempt though from Jose Sosa, but the wall did its job. If he just maybe got it a bit higher, curving over that wall, that could have been a different result. But now Kuchka doing more of the pressing.
Yeah.
He's doing the running now, as you could see.
Making Juve not have too much time on the ball to decide on what they're actually going to do. It's very, very good.
Zapata to Poli. Not bad for Poli so far this game. And it's also to admire the confidence that Montella has shown into Poli, you know.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, including myself, have been writing him off, but...
Wow. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Milan actually do make it into some form of Europe, whether it be Champions League, probably not going to happen, or Europa League. Milan might want to have to keep on to these players like Poli and Zapata, because playing all those fixtures within the week is going to be very, very difficult. I think that with them doing the job that they have been doing against a team like Juventus, it could be very beneficial.
It's going to be a free kick to Juventus here. There's still some complaining going on from Dybala and co.
Kuch's hair still looking on point.
Yeah.
Ciro Immobile-esque. Just a little bit more gel.
But Milan has done so much running in the second half, man. They're really pressuring Juve so much, and that's exactly, they weren't really doing that in the first half, and I couldn't understand that because they wanted to conserve their energy. But now with 5 minutes or so to go, they're really pushing hard.
Yeah, giving Juve less time on the ball. An ideal situation for Milan.
Still Juve. Dybala. Easy pickings there for Donnarumma. Donnarumma now with a major throw. And he doesn't find Deulofeu though. He gives the possession to Juve. We're sitting two back here. We need to mark our man, De Scio.
Yeah.
Good touch there from De Scio. Needs to clear it. Well done. Still Milan on the counter. It's 2-on-2. Deulofeu and Ocampos. Asamoah comes back. Ocampos now. Oh, that could have done it there for Jose Sosa. Too bad he couldn't get through to Deulofeu.
Yeah.
But so much pressure though.
React.
Yeah, so much pressure though on the US players, and it's really working hard, and it's working good, because like I've said it in the first half, we need to pressure these guys. That's the only way they're gonna be out of their comfort zone, and that's the only way you're gonna force them into making mistakes. Yeah,
it's much like Napoli against Real Madrid in the Champions League. They kind of made Real Madrid in that first half feel uncomfortable because they were still taking it to Real Madrid, and I don't think they expected that, considering, if you compare Napoli and Real Madrid as a club, obviously Real Madrid is a more dominant team, so you'd think that they would sort of sit back, but they weren't afraid. And Milan are showing similar qualities in the second half.
Yeah. Donnarumma now to Romagnoli. De Scio. Milan trying to keep the possession. Good passing. I think Deulofeu got clipped there. Still Milan on the attack. It's going to be a yellow card guaranteed here. It has to be a yellow card. It is. Khedira gets it. I think he was expecting that. No complaining done. Smart foul. Smart
that
foul.
Guy existed.
Yeah. It's funny because He really came like a tractor in the back, and Bertolacci tried some WWE on him after.
Yeah, jeez. Wow.
I could understand his frustration there, but at least the referee booked him.
Oh, wow, Juve bringing in their youngster.
Yeah. As I call him, Cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
He's coming in.
Always cauliflower.
Always remember, guys, buy your vegetables and make sure you eat them too.
Yeah. Give them some minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Let them play against Milan.
Paletta with a very improbable header. Somehow leaps all the way up, but Buffon catches it.
Way up.
Another good pressing there from Milan. Gives time to Milan to recuperate their position.
Mm-hmm.
Asamoah. Khedira. So Juve now trying to find all the spaces in the world. Higuain. He's really done nothing so far this game.
Yeah, it's been more so Dybala. Even in the second half, we haven't seen much from him either.
I don't know
Nice
if
pressing.
I don't know if Mandzukic was unfit to play or not, but I'm pretty sure he did get called up to the game.
Yeah, I heard some reports that he had something that they called tummy troubles.
Oh.
So I believe that they sent him home.
They sent him home. Man, the guy was nervous.
Yeah.
Must have been nervous.
This guy was having straight-on diarrhea because he was having too many Boston creams. He got into that Higuain stash steady.
Another yellow card for Milan, this time to Jose Sosa. It's going to be another free kick for Juve. They got to defend this
That's
well.
the 5th yellow card.
It is. It's a 5th, and Milan's got to defend this one really well because we are at the 89th minute now.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to defend this one in the best of ways.
Let's just admire that De La Fuente is wearing some rad gloves right now.
Piazza, meanwhile, comes off. And the man himself, Cauliflower, comes on.
Cauliflower,
Yeah.
he's in.
Yeah.
Beautiful hair. I mean, we're talking about Kuchka, you know, but
Myself.
look at this, man.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, not even Pogba reaches this level of, you know, cauliflower-esque. It's just incredible.
Pjanic on the free kick. Takes it, and that's sky high. And once again, it hits Berlusconi's helicopter.
The gold-plated machine flying over McDonald's 24/7
Yeah.
in case of delivery. I mean, emergency.
It's going to be another substitution. Ocampos coming off. And Vanjoni coming on.
Dun, 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 dun. Wow.
Vanjoni for Ocampos. Quite a weird substitution, but I guess Montela's going to go for 5 at the back now. So possibly playing a 5-5 or a 5-4-1. See exactly what Montela decides here. Good performance though for Ocampos. I have to say, good runs.
Yeah.
Shown a lot today. Way better than the past games. Hopefully he keeps on improving in this sense.
Up well.
Donnarumma. We're at the 90th minute.
Last couple minutes here.
Yeah, just waiting to find out the identity of the last stoppage time minutes. And there will be 4 minutes. Galliani already leaving his seat.
He knows what's going to happen. 6-1 win incoming.
This is when you know that Milan's going to score last second.
And guys, let's just appreciate the caterpillar on Agnelli's forehead, okay? That thing is just unreal, folks.
Just amazing.
This guy's a millionaire but does not own a freaking plucker. I don't know if he waxes it or not, but it seems like it's his style. He's Anthony Davis. It's like his sort of brand. I don't know, but he's got to get rid of that thing.
Not even his wife could help him out. You know, it's like, geez.
Yeah, man.
With all the money they have, they can't go to a freaking dollar store and buy one. Anyways.
I mean, you know, at least Berlusconi tries. Fake hair, fake face. He tries.
Still a few minutes left, though. Juventus really attacking. Great challenger from De Sciglio. I think, or Vanjoni. That's more of a Vanjoni type of tackle, actually. So I'm pretty sure it was Vanjoni. Donnarumma taking his sweet time on this goal kick.
That's what I like to see. Man, that guy is upset.
Yeah, he really is. Another ball given away. 2 minutes left. Out of the 4 that have been added to the 90 minutes. Deulofeu still pressing in the 92nd minute.
Wow.
This guy
machine.
This guy is a legend.
What a machine.
Great tackle there from Poli. This time it's a yellow card to Jose Sosa and he gets sent off just like that.
Wow.
He knows it himself. And the red card has been sent to Jose Sosa. But to be honest with you, I think, he was willing to buy that. And now there's a fight here between Khedira and Jose Sosa. A little push. Maybe he thinks that Jose Sosa's handicap or he can't walk. I don't know what it is.
Wow. It's like, hey, buddy, I'm okay. I'm good. Relax.
And some people in the comments are going to be happy about that challenge on Asamoah. Some people absolutely cannot stand the guy in the comments.
Yeah. I think Juve fans are happy about that too. Not going to lie.
Still Juventus though. 1 minute to go. Romagnoli. Great deflection there to put it out. All the Milan fans are currently up and waiting for this moment. It's got to clear it here. Still Juve in Milan's box. What a try there, but
wow,
it's out. And Higuain doesn't get anything on it. It's probably been one of his only chances in this game. Donnarumma had it covered, and if he had saved that, that would have been just amazing. But
Higuain misses the chance, decides to take a nap on the grass.
Yeah, to dream about his donuts, obviously.
Sleep off all that turkey. Wow.
But that should be it. That should be the last chance of the game. Donnarumma with a poor goal kick there. Gives the possession back to Juventus. But that should be it. The referee, still no signs of him whistling. Not quite understanding why.
Yep.
Maybe it's a substitution that was given to Ocampo. What a save, Donnarumma! Incredible save!
Oh my god.
Incredible save by Donnarumma! Penalty shot? He's giving a penalty. He's giving a penalty shot to Juve at the last second. And obviously there could have been...
Oh my god.
No. You can't give a penalty shot like this at the last second. You can't give a penalty shot like this at the last second. Now Dani Alves even coming in. You can't give a penalty shot like this. You cannot give a penalty shot like this.
Wow. Wow. That is terrible. That is terrible.
You cannot give a penalty shot like this.
Wow. What are these referees thinking?
Let's see what's been decided here. But everyone in Milan currently surrounding the two referees. Donnarumma there too. I think. Let's see what he's gonna give. I think it's a penalty. I think he's gonna give it.
Wow, that is terrible.
After
the 4 minutes of extra time.
Yeah. After the 4 minutes, the time had been gone too.
It was done while Juve still had the ball in their
He's
end.
giving it. He's giving the penalty. He's giving the penalty.
That is terrible.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Awful.
This is the Serie A for you guys. Round of applause for the Serie A. Round of applause.
Disgusting.
Absolutely incredible. How can you give a penalty shot for that, man? Absolutely incredible, man. Fucking up games like this, to me, I just don't understand it. With saying that there's 30 seconds over the game, man. The game was fucking done and this ref doesn't call the fucking game.
And it's not even like
this shit,
it's not even like Juve were in Milan's end either.
I can't fucking believe this shit.
Had the ball.
Incredible, man. Incredible. This is fucking Juventus Stadium for you guys. And keep believing in Juventus not getting favors. Keep believing in that shit.
That is terrible. Seriously.
If this doesn't fucking prove it, then what is, man? What a fucking joke, man. What a fucking joke.
Wow. Oh my god.
2-1. Just like that.
Look at the clock.
Fucking incredible, ref. Fucking incredible.
Disgusting. Look at the clock. 96
fucking
minutes.
incredible.
Wow. Milan players very upset about this. Completely undeserved. Completely undeserved.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Incredible. Incredible. Speechless. To go over the stoppage time like this and to call a penalty shot like that, it's incredible. That's how
bad.
Juventus win games. That's how Juventus win games. Completely
man.
undeserved. Undeserved. Completely
Completely
undeserved.
undeserved. Completely. That was wow.
Completely undeserved. And Milan's
Montella
players are still
shaking their
complaining.
heads.
Completely undeserved. And these fucking idiots are celebrating like they won the cup, man. Fuck them, man.
I know.
Fuck these idiots.
This is a joke.
Juve merda! Let's say it loud and proud, guys.
Juve merda. Juventino merda.
Fucking joke, man. Fucking joke. What a fucking joke of a game. What
Why
a
is he
fucking joke
so
of a
hyped?
game.
I don't understand.
What
That
a
was
fucking
invisible
joke of
all
a game.
game.
What a fucking joke of a game. Fuck this fucking team, man.
Galliani is pissed off. Wow. And Carlos Bacca getting involved as well. Montella.
This is the Serie A for you guys. This is the Serie A for you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, completely.
Galliani is really upset about that.
That's gonna wrap it up, guys,
Wow.
for the live stream watch along. We're gonna be speaking all about it on the match review. Definitely, I'd planned another type of review for you guys, but it's sad to say that things like this change games. But it's absolutely incredible what the Serie A has become. A real fucking
Terrible
joke.
call.
A real fucking
Terrible
joke.
call.
A real fucking joke, guys. I'm gonna see you guys on the match review. Thank you for watching.